everyone kind of read over the little thing that it's not quite a city, bigger than
I have.
All right. So it's called Harley. You guys are in Harley, as some people pronounce it. And you were just in the marketplace, and you have just finished your shopping trip. As you stand there, there's all these animal, folk-looking characters wandering around in this market area, and walking by is a rather large hare and a rather small hare, and the small hare looks up and points at Bo and is kind of agape, just kind of pointing at you. And the larger hare goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. She's just not used to seeing any Goliaths. There's not very many of you around anymore since the last war in this area."
You used to see Goliaths here?
Yes, she says. She says, "I guess. Are you not from around here?"
No, I don't think so. But if there were Goliaths here, then I guess maybe.
She says yes. There used to be a lot of tribes of Goliaths here. The Sky and Stone tribe, and you recognize that as being the common term for Zeltran.
Okay.
And she says that during the last war, the Lord Victor expulsed all the Goliaths in this area, but there's still a few around. But my daughter's so young, she's never actually seen one before. And then the little rabbit looks over at Hugh and goes, "You don't have to hide your face here." She says, "It's all right." "What?" She says, you don't have to hide your face here." She says, "It's okay." And then the mother says, no, honey, he's not from around here. And he says, let's let these people be. And she kind of shuffles her daughter away from you.
Hearing that, I start looking at your face. Trying to figure out what they mean.
Are you wearing a helmet over your face?
No.
Why was she saying you're hiding your face?
I don't know.
Do you have some kind of secret you haven't been telling us, Hugh?
Not that I know of.
So as you're standing there, you can kind of hear off to the side of the market some people talking, and they're going, the constable's here. He'll be here in a minute. And as that happens, you can see a lot of the people walking around in the market are kind of staring at your group as they walk by.
Oh, the constable's coming. Well, I honestly don't feel like hiding. Let's find out what's going on. Unless they stop us from going to the archives.
Would I know that term, the constables?
Well, most of you would know what a constable is.
Okay.
It's basically like a sheriff or a police officer of some kind.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to talking to my ring, but I'm not going to do it yet. Well, it'd be interesting to speak with the constables. Perhaps they know what's happening in this town. I don't think we have anything to hide, do we?
So, as you're standing around talking about the constable, you can hear a very loud, booming voice to the side of the marketplace. I'm going to say you guys are on the east end of the market. You can hear it's coming from the south end of the market, and it's very loud and boisterous, and it's saying, "Nobody's causing any problems, are you?"
Oh.
And as you turn in that direction, you can actually see towering above everybody in the area is a somewhat disfigured looking giant carrying an extremely large metal club. And there are two very similar looking giants with him. He has a little helmet that just sits right on the top of his head. It doesn't quite fit. And on it, you see some kind of copper-looking badge. And he's walking around talking to the people in the area.
It's separate from the constable. Or these are the constable.
You're not
But he
sure?
does have that charming little hat.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at this thing real quick.
Yeah.
How tall is this giant? How?
You're gonna guess he's about 15 feet tall.
Whoa.
Oh,
And the two with him are almost as large as he is.
15 feet.
All
That's
of them
not too
are
large.
carrying very large metal clubs. And the spikes on the clubs are very shiny.
I'm tempted to go and just say hello, but we could just leave and go to the archives and escape the notice of these constables of doom.
It looks like from their perspective, they can pretty much see everything anyway. I don't know if we'll get away much.
Are you Esmeralda today?
I'm Tabitha.
Tabitha, that's
I'm
right.
a lady.
You hear my voice in your head. I say, I don't think you should talk to him. We should just go.
What do you think, Bo?
Expulsed.
Yes, yes, like expelled.
So gone?
Yeah, they got rid of them, yes, they told them to leave.
Like got rid of?
No, like gone
Oh,
elsewhere.
like pushed them away,
Okay.
something like that.
Alright.
You're right. Let's not talk to them. Or it was you, the
Yeah.
Shadow Man. I think I'm gonna start walking away towards
Okay.
wherever I think the archives are and away from the giants.
You don't know where the archives are.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk away then.
Okay,
I'm
which
gonna try
direction do you wanna
to. I don't know, north.
head? North? Okay.
Where are we in the market?
Yeah, you're on the edge of the east of the market.
So like deeper into the city, further
It
north.
would be
Maybe?
heading north into the city. Yeah.
Okay.
The market, let's assume the market is kind of in the center of the city.
Let's get away from these dangerous constables and we can ask around where the archives are.
Where are they coming from?
They're coming from the south.
Yes.
We'll start heading that way.
Okay.
It's a good thing I'm not in my summer mood today.
Alright. You can see they're just kind of walking around talking to people. You can see the little rabbit girl that was talking to you hands the constable a apple, and he takes it and he smiles and he eats the apple. And as you guys are moving out of the marketplace, as you head north, you seem to be getting into a sparser area. There's not as many people. You're guessing a lot of people are in the marketplace right now. But you do see something that looks like a small, well, no, actually it's a large, very large for its size, outhouse that is made of stone, or at least it looks like an outhouse. Has a little moon symbol on it, kind of a slight slanty roof, just sticks up out of the ground. Kind of catches your eyes as being unusual. But you do notice at the top of it, it says Hall of Records.
An outhouse.
Yeah, and you see there's a little signboard right outside of it.
Well, I'm going to go look at it.
I will follow.
All right, so as you approach the outhouse looking place that says Hall of Records on it, it has a kind of large wooden door. It seems kind of worn. It's not really even closed all the way. And there's a little signboard that's kind of posted into the ground. And on it, you can see people are posting different things, including, somebody's looking for somebody to be a clown at a party. and then but one catches your eye. There's a little sheet up there, and it has 5 faces that look like you. And on it, it says, "Wanted for questioning about the theft of some objects from an ambassador's residence."
And it looks like us?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if I know that you took those things.
No.
I don't know.
You knew because I gave you like a nod.
I went outside, so I don't
The
know.
other thing you guys notice is this sign, and you guys may take this and look at it. And that is connected to the door on the outhouse-shaped building.
Hall of
The
Records.
door is approximately 15 feet tall.
No outside prohibited items beyond this point. No consumption, no smoking, no herbs, no medications, no food, no drink, especially anything slimy or sticky. No things that may cause harm. No pets with teeth or claws or talons or nails or hoofs or tails or fangs or beaks or noses or stingers. No weapons, no wands, no staves, no spell books, no spell components, and no spell focuses. And lastly, and in particularly, and extra very specially, no magic items. We are happy for you are cooperating and hope you utilize your visit wisely. Archfey of the Hall, Wendell Doom.
So while they're reading that, I'm gonna take my my fingernail and I'm gonna start drawing on the different drawings of us to make them look different.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
and, mustaches.
Yeah. You start scratching into it, and
Very strange. I don't remember us taking anything from there. Oh wait. I do remember we took the scroll of plane shift to the Feywild. Remember when we went into that room with the magic mirrors things? Anyway, I hope no one's around to hear me say that. But I guess are we wanted for taking that, I suppose? Did anyone take anything else besides that?
No?
Nope,
You're good at stealing things,
I am.
but you didn't steal anything, eh?
Nope.
Well, all right then. Wanted for questioning. Does anyone have the ability to disguise us? You know, there's a spell disguise self, which I purposely don't know. There are many spells like that. Does anyone have a disguise kit?
Oh, I reach into my pocket and I pull out my forgery kit.
Oh, well, we could fake some writing. Tabitha, did you look like Tabitha when we were...
I got a disguise kit. Yeah, whatever. I'm like, which person is on the poster?
Did you look like Tabitha when we were in that house?
I remember in the house, but what? I might have been Tabitha.
Well, you don't have any problem looking like someone else.
But I do have a disguise kit.
Well, does that work on only one of us or all of us, or how does that work?
Well, I have to look it up. I'm not sure. Can I disguise some people?
How many people can we use a disguise kit on?
it just depends on how long you want to spend using it.
Doing
Yeah.
makeup?
Well, let's go hide in some alley or something while we're talking about this, instead of standing around in front of the hall. I'll look for like a little alley or something.
Yeah. There's plenty around, and it's not very busy in this area right now.
Okay, so we'll go in a little alley. Do y'all want to maybe disguise ourselves
Sure.
with this disguise kit?
Yes.
I mean, I was a different season when I was in there, so...
Okay, when you notice that, you also notice that on the little paper, you look how you look right now.
Interesting. I'm gonna grab like a charcoal or whatever is in the disguise kit and draw a mustache on myself.
And then you'll see it starts forming across them.
Yeah.
Oh!
How are you doing that?
Look at this. I'm gonna draw a question mark on my forehead.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this bowl. This is real magic bowl.
Did you make the posters?
What? Watch this bowl. Draw another question mark on my cheek. Look at that. And then I start smearing it, and now I've got gray stuff all over my face.
You see it just keeps like, kind of.
I'll be a medium gray complexion elf now. It seems like these are magic posters.
You can see there's like a delay. It takes about, it'll take about 1 or 2 seconds, and then it'll kind of blur for a second, and it'll look like how you currently look again.
Well, there's no point in disguising ourselves then.
Yeah.
So my Illuminator tattoo says, as an action, you can touch a piece of writing up to 1 page in length and speak a creature's name. The writing becomes invisible to everyone other than you and the named creature for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
So can I do that? Can I touch the page?
You can try.
Well,
And
they
try
might
to-
have, they might just.
You know there's more than one
I know
poster.
how cops are.
Is there more
They
than one
have
poster?
more than one poster. There might
There's
be.
going to be more than one poster.
Yeah, my guess is this is making the rounds.
I don't think there's anything we can do about this.
Okay.
We're just wanted, and that's that. We can't disguise ourselves. There's probably posters everywhere. We just have to deal with the consequences of our thieving actions.
Where it says wanted for questioning, under it can I write for being so great?
Okay. It says wanted for questioning for being so great about.
Being
There
so great
There
about
does seem to be a delay on this poster, so if we just continuously put a disguise on ourselves and then wipe it off, and then put a disguise on ourselves and then wipe it off, the poster will never look like us.
Why don't we just take the posters with us?
We could collect them all.
Oh, you should try to grab one. You hear in your
I
head.
grab one.
Okay. There's only one up there.
It has all of our faces on one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it just regrew on the wall.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Well, that's one down. So how are we going to enter this Hall of Records? Who has the fewest magic items?
Maybe me.
What if the one of us with the fewest magic items, you give us the magic items to hold, and then you go inside with no weapons and no nothing.
Okay. What could go wrong?
And then you just keep asking people where my father is.
I think there's people down there. Maybe I'll just go take a peek and then we'll see.
Okay,
What?
give me all your magic items and weapons.
Well, I think I just have to give you my rings.
It says no pointy things as well.
Well, that's okay.
See?
Oh, yeah. No.
And you hear in your head, it says no pets with beaks, so I can't go in.
You're not a pet friend.
Well, claws, talons, nails, hooves, fangs, beaks.
It says swords
pets,
too, right?
Yep, no wands.
Weapons, no weapons. No staves, no spells.
Well, that's okay.
You've got psychic powers. You can conjure psychic blades in your hands.
It's true, I don't really. I have my psychic blades. Okay, so I'm gonna have to give you. Here's a rapier and daggers, some
Bo,
arrows.
will you help me hold these
crossbow,
things, Bo?
Some rings.
Sure.
I'm gonna give you the bigger items.
And then
And I
fire
take the
vision.
smaller ones and I put them in my pocket up holding.
Oh, I guess I gotta take off my cloak. Here's my cloak. I'm gonna take off my eagle eyes. Good God.
Here, I thought you said you had the least amount of magic
I
items.
thought I did, but then I
She
was.
does not have the least amount.
I have two dozen.
She has the third most amount.
I didn't really think about it.
But we're doing it now.
But
so
I'm sneaky. You've already got half of it.
Take off your-
offloaded.
your goggles and your hat and your cloak and your
Hold on,
boots and your shoes and
I
your.
just look like a normal lady.
At least you have psychic powers.
Yes. Is that gonna be a problem?
Well, no,
If you're just magical yourself?
we can't. I couldn't cast any magic in there because my spell focuses and my spell books and my staves and everything. I'd only be able to cast cantrips or something, maybe. But you, at least, you can use your mind.
That's true.
Well,
Hopefully I just sneak about.
and I can't send my. I don't know if we talked about this, but my familiar is a cockatiel that's flavored. It's an owl that's flavored as a cockatiel.
Okay.
Tastes like cockatiel. I can't send my pet with you.
Probably not. I'd be afraid to see what happens if a pet goes in.
Yes. Will you please find out where my father is?
What's your father's name?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Can you see if there are any books about the war?
Yes. So, let me get the little menu down. War. Probably Goliaths. Let's see if we can find
What was the
okay.
name of the tribe that the child said you?
The Sky and Stone. Yeah, Sky and Stone. Zeltran.
Zeltran.
What's your full name again?
Bo Zeltron.
Bo Zeltran.
That means sky and stone.
Yes.
And let's see, and
So they expelled your particular family.
Aoife?
I guess.
What's your last name again? Probably
My name
family
is
name?
Aoife Cavier Galailo,
Okay.
which is the only thing I remembered when I came through the portal from the Feywild.
Alright.
So maybe it's under that name, I don't know.
Anybody else? Anything I'm looking for? Do you? Anything? Records? No? Just chilling?
If they have any nuts.
Nuts. Shelled or just nuts?
Nuts.
Got it.
I wonder why it looks like an outhouse. Perhaps it's an illusion and it looks like a beautiful marble hall inside?
Maybe. How far can you send your little mental messages and do you have to see the person?
I can do up to 60 feet.
Do you have to see me? Or you can
I will tell you.
just think
in
of
a
me.
second.
Just in case. If you guys get arrested, then you can let me know.
60 feet is not very long,
No.
but it is bigger than an outhouse. Well, see you later.
See ya!
We could tie a rope to you, just in case.
That's the string.
Yes.
I'll give you the string off my shawl and be like, start unwinding
Here,
my shawl.
here. Let's. We have rope left, right?
That doesn't look suspicious
I'm
at
gonna
all.
tie a rope around your waist.
I'm trying to be sneaky.
I'm gonna tie a rope around your waist and I'll hold it outside here, just in case it's some kind of whirlpool that sucks you into another dimension.
Oh, yeah. I have to be able to see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tug on the rope twice if you get arrested.
Okay, and you tug on the rope twice if there's a problem,
Okay.
and we need to yank you out.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, go ahead.
So you start heading down?
Yes.
Alright, so you open this really big door. The door is probably about 10 feet wide, 15 feet tall. But it opens pretty easily. It kind of creaks as it opens up. And you can see a staircase leading downwards. The stairs, for some reason, seem like they're normal size. Except it's very wide. It starts off at the 10 feet, and then it widens out to about 20 feet as you go down. And the ceiling stays at about 15 feet.
Okay.
As you look down the stairway, you can see. Do you have dark vision?
I don't, but I do have.
Okay, so you do have.
I have a lantern.
Okay, you have a lantern.
Don't I?
An ever-lit lantern?
No. Like just a regular.
Just a
I had
regular lantern.
A hooded lantern.
So a bullseye lantern.
All right. You notice it's very dark.
Okay.
You can't see too far in, especially because it's right outside. It's
But yeah.
dark inside.
I'm gonna not do my lantern though, because I'm trying to be sneaky. So I'm gonna sneak as much
Squint
as
a
I
lot.
can. Yes, I'm gonna squint. Fondle the walls.
All right, so you kind of hang along the wall and you walk down carefully so you don't fall or anything. You get about 100 feet in, and you can see behind you. The door's starting to look a little small, and you can your eyes are starting to adjust a little bit, and you can see it goes down quite a bit farther.
Oh boy.
So you probably reached the end of the 50 feet of rope.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Tie my rope to your rope. Keep going. Another 50 feet.
The rope is moving in a strange way.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's doing.
So yeah, you're at the end of your rope.
Okay, I'm gonna go back up the stairs and be like, the rope's too short. The rope's too short.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go down farther. So.
All right. Well.
Just have to.
Just scream really loudly.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If you're not back in 15 minutes, then we'll all come in and try to save you. So just come back out in 15 minutes.
Okay, got it.
And the way we'll count minutes is, very poorly.
1,000.
Vaguely, yes. We'll do our best.
Okay.
When the door opened, is it magical or anything, or it's just like a stairway leading
It's
down?
just a stairway leading down. And the stonework of the stairway does not match the outside of the outhouse looking part of it.
Okay.
Why don't we just try going in with the magic items? I mean,
No. We're already wanted.
yeah,
We're going to be more wanted. Let's just see what she does.
but if we're already wanted, maybe it's worth it?
I don't want to get in trouble. Let's just see what she does. We can do my campfire cards while we're out here waiting for
And
her.
I nudge you, Mears, and I say, Aoife doesn't want to get in trouble?
It must
Feywild
be.
is strange.
I think you're mistaking me for Summer Aoife.
Spring Aoife, the one who tripped me.
Right.
You hear my
Don't
voice
you see
reply.
these autumn leaves? I'm very normal right now.
I'm sneaking back down.
Don't you remember? I'm the normalest
Do it,
version of
yes,
myself.
do it.
today.
All right, so you're going down there. You're trying to make it down. As you reach about 200 feet, you really can't see much farther down there.
Okay. Can I hear anything?
No.
Okay. So I'll do my lantern. Take a lantern
Okay.
around.
All right. So you sit there and you light your lantern, and now you can see better. And you can see it looks like probably another 100 feet before it flattens out.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. So you continue, and you reach the bottom, and you can see it's the same size. It's about 20 feet wide, 15 feet tall, kind of like a tunnel that's slightly curved at the top. It goes about 100 feet, and about 30 feet from the end, you see a desk on your left with a figure sitting at it. There is a much larger figure standing there that seems to have a glowing light on its chest. And then on top of that large figure is another figure that is not quite as sitting on top of it, like on its shoulders.
Wait, on the glowing light guy?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Master Blaster situation.
Okay. All right. Well, I will approach the desk.
Okay, so as you approach the desk, you notice that there is a line of runes on the floor and up the walls and the ceiling, and it goes to the other side, about 20 feet from the desk.
Runes?
Runes, yes.
Oh.
Written all carved in stone.
Oh. All right.
As you're approaching, you can see that the person at the desk looks like a satyr, and you're like shining your light, and he kind of looks up. There's as you approach, there's lights above them, so you don't actually need the lantern right now unless you want to.
Okay.
But but he just looks up at you, and he doesn't care. He looks like he's reading something. And the person you can see, so it's like a satyr. It looks like a satyr wearing a uniform. Little helmet, has a little symbol on its head with a crescent moon on it.
Copper symbol thing?
Yes. Yeah. And the figure standing behind him is a very large metal figure with a glowing orb in its chest. It's probably about 10 or 11 feet tall. On top of that is another figure, or another person, that looks like a hobgoblin.
Yay.
And they are also wearing a uniform, and they're just sitting on top, and they're just kind of sleeping on top of the head of the metal figure.
Okay.
You notice that to the side there is, behind the desk where the person's seated, there's a small door, and the passage continues past them another 30 feet, and then it starts to constrict down to a smaller tunnel.
All right. Hello.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, I was told that I might be able to find some records here.
Well, this is the Hall of Records.
That's what I saw on the sign. I hoped I was in the right place. Quick question. I read outside, saw your sign about the magic items. Did you guys have is that something that should be left on the above door or something that is dropped off down here?
We have, and he points to the left, and he kind of touches something on the table, and you see a chute open up on the side, and he says, that's the amnesty bin if you need to get rid of anything. And then he says, we also have lockers if you would like to lock up your goods.
Is it safe? You ever had any problems with things getting...
He kind of taps the metal guy behind him, and he says, we've never had any problems since I've been here.
Oh, great. I mean, I don't have anything on me personally, but just was wondering for some friends if they wanted to come down.
So we're going to hold that for 1 second. The four of you that are standing up there counting, you can see a small mouse-like person, probably about this tall, 1-2 feet tall, approaching, headed towards where you are. You can continue if you want.
Where are we standing?
Right by the outhouse. Sorry.
Kind of out of the way, I guess. If the rope didn't work, I might go out of the way.
Are we out in the open, or are we...
I'm probably going to let the mouse person see me.
Are there any other posters on the wall? The wanted posters?
No, there's no post. There was posts
Okay.
Somebody looking to sell a bed, and
Okay.
it's just a regular posting signboard.
Seeing that, I crouch down and cover myself up with my robe and make myself look like a rock.
Okay.
I'm gonna let myself be seen.
All right. So as you do that, the mouse kind of approaches and looks at all of you and says, "Nice day, isn't it?" And kind of slips inside the doorway.
Detect thoughts.
Okay. She's like, those people are very weird.
She didn't recognize us.
That's a good piece of info.
Can I get a sense of my read on if it feels just like a very straight ahead government office, or if I think this is a dangerous place?
How would you sense that? As of right now, everything seems very official to you.
On the up and up, yes.
Use your divine sense.
I don't have divine sense. My friend. I don't have that sense. Not this person.
Use your danger sense.
Damn it. Damn it. So how does it work? Is there like a directory of, how do I look something up for a record or something?
You have.
Or do you have a
You're
librarian?
looking for a record? What kind of record are you looking for?
Well, a couple things. I'm looking for some information, like historical information, just
historical.
some interest of around like the Goliaths I heard about used to be here, and trying to do
Interesting.
some like family history stuff, and then just
Some family. Oh, family. Okay. Yeah. He says, yeah, that's just the archive. It's down there.
down there.
Yeah. The archive's down there.
Oh, okay. Do you get a lot of foot traffic in here? Do a lot of people come looking for records? Is it...
Depends on the day.
What's your busiest day?
Well, he tells you that weekdays are more popular, but he says since it's a market day, most people don't come in that much. a lot of the stuff isn't open on market day.
How about you? You work here long? You've been...
He says, yeah, I've worked here 10 years.
Amazing. That's wild. I bet you're just full of stories.
No.
No, really?
No.
You're surrounded with so much interesting information. It must be amazing.
I don't actually look at the information.
Oh.
It says.
I'm kind of a enthusiast for documents.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, this is the place for you then.
Indeed.
He says, there's so many documents here, you wouldn't believe it.
Oh.
If you've never been, it's the amount of knowledge in this particular Hall of Records is quite large.
Oh, wow. Well, if we're not pressed for time, I'm just going to go take a quick jog back up the stairs. Go ask a friend if they want to come down.
Okay.
Be right back.
Yeah. Take care.
Go.
you hear these steps going. and as you do that, you see this little mouse kind of run past you down the stairs.
Oh, hello. 10, 1,000, 10, 11, 1,000. Been counting it in my mind the whole time. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So we'll pop back up out the stairs. Hello.
Did you have to run for your life?
No. I was just making sure I didn't worry you guys by being tardy.
Is there an outhouse in there?
No, you won't believe it. There's about, 500 feet of stairs, about, and then there's a satyr at a desk with a big old guard, I'd say, and then and he's got a little hobgoblin on his head. So, but that's it. There's records down there. Then it's the archives. I didn't go all the way into the archives because I just wasn't sure if you guys might want to come down. They do have a bin at the bottom that you can put magic items in, and or lockers, which they state they've never had any problems with theft. But you know,
Well,
I don't know how you feel about it.
I don't know that I trust lockers and bins. We've got some pretty amazing magic items.
Okay.
As much as I'd love to go and, I'd rather leave all my magic items with some of you and go use my smarty pants wizarding eyes to look at archives. But I also trust you to do it too. What do you all think?
You hear my voice? I can hold your ring.
See, that right there. That right there is telling me I'm never going in this archive.
I don't know if I'm really too much of the book learning type, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll ask around town and then you guys can go to the archive.
Hugh, should we just go in there and kill all those people and look at the archives?
No.
Well, they say. Well, I'm just saying. I just was checking. I can go back down. It's fine. Just checking.
Well, based on Mears' reminder regarding the ring, I think I'm going to have to stay here. I'm not going to be able to take off this ring. Sorry, Mears.
Okay. I'll be back.
Does anyone else want to go down there with her? Hugh, you want
I
to go
point
down
at
there?
both.
Sure. I'll leave all my stuff with you.
Okay.
You can put it in Mears' pocket.
I'm gonna have Bo help me hold your fancy armor, your shield, your
Yeah.
fancy shield and stuff.
Shield. I got a ring. That's about it.
Mears, do you have any interest in going down there? No? Alright. Well, you two hold the future of our mission in your hands.
So.
Okay, I'll mosey on down there too.
Okay, so what are you taking off your character?
Dumb shields, earring, and a ring. Oh, you said no focus? Oh, that was on my shield, so
No swords.
I had a mace, but it's not magical.
No weapon. Again, bring it in.
No weapons.
No weapons.
What
Oh,
ring,
not
what
that
ring
one.
is it?
Huh?
What ring is it?
Fire resistance.
Okay.
Don't give it to Mears.
Hello, Fuzzy.
Mears seems to want to collect them all. Bo and I will hold them for you. Mears, try to control your tendencies.
You can have my hat if you want it, Mears.
Okay.
Alright. I'll give you the hat.
What does the hat do?
If
Just
you
going to
attune to
put
it,
this one line right there.
if you attune to it, you get advantage on wisdom saves.
Oh,
But I don't think I know that yet because I haven't attuned to it yet.
Hmm. And I know this?
Yes, that's part of your knowledge.
How close is close?
You remember some people, I'll just say it, some people chain themselves to each other.
what are you thinking about over there, Mears?
You see me kind of scratching the imaginary beard under my beak. And you hear my voice in your head. I say, "But just remember, I think if we get too far apart from each other, things might happen."
What?
I haven't been here in a while, but I think if we stray too far apart from each other, some of us might change.
Are you saying that we shouldn't split the party?
That's what my instinct is saying. So maybe we don't go into this Hall of Record.
You're saying there's a magical reason that underpins the idea that we shouldn't split the party.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, I for one am not taking off this ring. Oh, but I can make it invisible. But they're still gonna know it's there because they're magic users too. I'm not parting with my magical items.
Boo.
But I'll tell you what, I'll go downstairs to the room with the lockers in it. Let's start there. I'll just start walking down there.
But what if they recognize us?
Well,
Oh well.
worst case scenario, we're fighting a 10 to 11 foot metal figure with a glowing orb in its chest, a hobgoblin, and a satyr.
Oh, is that all?
That's all I saw. And that mouse.
I'll get the mouse.
I start walking down the stairs.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I get like that uneasy feeling that I should probably stay with him.
Okay.
I say that to you, Bo, in your head. Like, we should probably stay with him.
Okay. So we just go in the library.
But I tell, because I still have like that dog and the cat,
Oh, okay.
the roast cat. I tell them both, like, you guys stay here.
Okay, they just kind of
You got
sit
a
down.
dog and a cat?
Yeah, remember I summoned that dog?
The mastiff?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
Yeah.
there's the rose
And
cat.
Pokepo.
You want to leave them there?
Well, I can't bring them inside. They're pets.
We're bringing all kinds of things
We'll
inside.
bring everything inside. We're
Maybe
taking them down to the locker room.
they can sit in the lobby. It doesn't seem like anything.
Oh, okay. I pick up
I mean, we'll see.
Pokepoke.
Hand me-
Poke, yes. Poke the rose cat.
Can I see? I want to open the door and take back one of my rings of fire protection, and then just throw it down the stairs.
It's pretty far down there.
Okay, it doesn't seem to set anything off. I don't know. Just want to make sure.
You're gonna pick that up?
On the way, get it. Just throw it. Just wanted to see if it would like
I'm gonna run down there and pick it up.
anything
And then
burst
hand
in
it back to you.
flames or something.
I'm gonna run down and pick it up and then hand it back to you.
Okay, let's go.
Run downstairs. Run back up the stairs.
Oh, cardio day.
So everybody's going down,
Yeah.
and everybody's got their items back.
Yes.
Yes, get
All
this
right.
covered.
All right. So you head down the stairs. It's quite far. You can tell that you're pretty far underground where you are right now, and you can see that there's as a group get to the bottom of the stairs, you can see the figure kind of look up and then just kind of look back at to what they're reading, and the figure that's on top of the metal one seems to still just be napping.
I didn't catch his name. but he's worked here for 10 years. 10 years.
Oh yeah, everyone, remember my name is Clarissa here.
Clarissa?
Yes.
Oh, great.
So there's a hobgoblin asleep on a metal creature, and there is a satyr at a desk.
Correct.
Hello, satyr.
It looks up and goes, hello there.
My name's Clarissa. What's your name?
And he says it's Constable Massive.
Oh.
Constable Massive.
Yes.
How large does he look?
Pretty small, actually. He's
Yeah.
probably 4'5".
Constable, a respectful, law-abiding question for you. If someone wanted to enter the archives and bring with them magic items, are there ever any exceptions to your no magic items rule?
Oh no. There's unfortunately not for everybody's safety.
And may I ask, how do you identify magic items? Like, for example, if my eyeball was a magical eyeball or something, how would you know?
I'd know. I would know immediately.
You have, or you're a magic user yourself.
Well, I'm a satyr, but nothing. We have other ways.
Oh.
And he kind of points at the wall.
What does the wall look like?
It's a stone wall.
With all the runes on it.
Yes, you do notice that in the general direction where he was pointing, it was at the line of runes in front of you that go all the way around.
Ooh, can I see those?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to go study them.
All right.
I'm going to
There's
go stand on the other side of
thousands
them.
of runes written into the wall.
Ah. So I memorized a fire room back in the Demon Would I recognize that anywhere?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you do not see anything particularly fire on there.
I'm going to go on the other side of the line of runes.
Okay, as you go through that line of runes, you light up like a Christmas tree. Everything prohibited on your character lights up. And it essentially looks like fairy fire.
Ah, well, my natural glowing essence has been revealed. It's part of being an Eladrin.
It says, yes, if you want to continue, you'll have to either discard your items into the amnesty bin, and he pushes the thing and it opens up, and there's kind of some kind of chute that kind of opens up, or you'll have to put it in a locker.
No, look at all you. I don't want to part with my magic items. So Mears, you're saying that if we split up, we'll turn into donkeys or something? Oh, quite a quandary we have here.
You hear my voice and I say, if you're with friends, it's good to stick close to friends.
Quite a quandary we have here. I don't know how to solve it.
Well, I have a question, sir. Is there anybody like, I don't know, like a librarian or something, like if we told you what kind of records we're looking for, that you could, they could bring them up or something like that?
He says it's awful far.
Oh, really? How much further is it to the actual records hall?
It's like, I don't know. You're in the Hall of Records right now, is what
Yeah.
it says. But the archives, he just kind of
Where that?
way.
Siobhan.
Oh,
And he kind of goes like this with his hand.
oh, jeez. Okay, quite a trip then. Huh?
Eva, you hear my voice. I say, can you use that magic scroll we got?
I don't know. To plane shift to here?
Maybe you could take us back home.
I don't think that my scroll works that way.
How does it work?
Well, it's a scroll of plane shift to the Feywild.
Oh.
So we're already here. I'm really torn. I'm gonna like take everyone aside and like whisper to them, and I'm gonna say, I'm really torn. It seems to be a choice of leave all our magic items, which I don't want to do, murder all these people, which I don't want to do. What?
That one.
What?
That one.
You like that one?
That one.
Murder all these people, which I don't want to do, and split up, which will apparently turn us into donkeys.
Well, alright, well here's
Can anyone think of any other
Well, I
ways
already-
of tackling this situation?
Well, I don't know if it's playing with Russian roulette, but since I already went down the stairs the first time and was rather far away from you guys, I could try putting my stuff in the locker, going and seeing how far it is to the archive and what the archive's like, and then you can wait for me here for 15 minutes and then I'll come back. We could do it that way. Or we could try.
Yeah, I say to you, why are we here again? What records do we need?
Well, I want to find out about my father. You know, I originally came from the Feywild, but I don't remember any of it. And we were told when we got here that my father used to work in the Sealy Court. So if there's any information, we might be able to actually track down my parents. It is more of a personal errand than anything else, so you know, you don't have to. But it is
Well, I also remember we were going to look for information about the Archfey design. That was the other thing we were supposed to look
And
for.
the war in my family.
And your family.
Yes, all of these reasons. Well, I'd be happy to try it if you want to try to go ahead again.
I mean,
I am very stubborn, so I think it's only one of 3 choices. I'll whisper to Bo. Oh, you really want to kill all these people?
Yeah, it seems easy.
just getting a
does
read
seem
on the guy's face. Does anybody have any problems if I ask this guy about the Archfey Xander just to see how he reacts? If he
No.
Great. Mr. Sata, my friend, Constable Massive.
He says, can I have your name?
Oh, meet Tabitha. Nice to meet you.
He says, thank you, Tabitha.
Do you know, is there anything in that archive about the Archfey Xander?
He says, he kind of goes wide-eyed and looks around and goes, maybe? He says, I remember, that sounds familiar. And then he tunks on the machine, or the metal figure next to him, and then the hobgoblin wakes up and he goes, what? Oh, there's people here. Kind of composes himself. He goes, what do you want? And he goes, do you remember Xander? Archfey Xander? He says, it sounds familiar, but
What about the Zeltrons? Or the Sky and Stone clan?
oh, yeah, they used to be all over here until that war.
Which war?
He said, you know, the last big war. You remember?
No.
That's what he says to you. He says, it's what, like 300 years ago now? There was like 11 Goliath towns around here, fortresses in Brokenstone Vale.
While they're talking, I want to study the uniform the satyr is wearing.
Okay.
Just study it,
Yeah.
commit it to memory.
All right.
Constable Massive, I have a bit of a problem. I would love my friend to accompany back there, but there is absolutely no way I'm going to be able to get them to part with their magic items, I'm afraid. Is there any way that we could, I don't know, come to some sort of understanding?
He says, what kind of understanding?
You hear my voice say, offer him a trade. Say you'll do something for him.
I don't know. I mean, surely there has to be something that, like, you want or need or like, or
Offer to mow his lawn.
something we could do for you, an act of service we've
He
done.
kind of looks around and he looks up at the hobgoblin and he goes, are you trying to bribe us?
I wouldn't call it that. He would call it that. I wouldn't call it that. What I would call it is, let me explain it this way. We had an awful run-in with this Archfey Dysander. He's on an absolute rampage. We are actually trying to help the situation before he destroys many, many of the villages here, possibly even this one. So
he kind of chuckles. He's like, he chuckles. He goes, "She thinks an Archfey is gonna destroy this village." that's kind of what he does.
Oh, well, all right. You seem confident. Well,
He says, King Brunor has ways of dealing with Archfey.
oh, does he?
And he says, you do realize that an Archfey runs this establishment as well.
Oh, a different one.
Detect thoughts.
Oh yes, Dwoom. Dwoom.
Hmm.
Ooh-woo.
You just made sounds, but I don't really know what you said.
I believe the Archfey is named Dwoom. Dwoom.
Do-boom?
Dwoom.
Do-boom. Ah, I got it. Do-oom.
Dwoom. Ooh-woo.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, when he says I want to detect thoughts.
You want what?
Detect thoughts after he said that.
Okay.
Just surface level.
Yeah, he's like, whatever. He doesn't seem concerned in the slightest about anything.
Well, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. I was not trying to bribe you with anything. I was merely trying to persuade you to perhaps bend the rules a bit.
yeah, so
he says the rules in the Feywild are very clear, and then he pulls out a copy of that, and he puts it on the desk, and he says, "No, it's this one right here," and then he says, and he runs his hand across that small line, and hands you a copy of the Hall of Records.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna start taking off my stuff and give it to Mears. Here. All right. To the archive.
All right. So as you say goodbye to Tabitha, she's able to pass right through as long as she took off everything that was
Yes.
on that, including any food items.
No food.
Yeah. And you reach another hallway. This hallway, let's see, is approximately 10 feet wide, 15 foot tall, and has a similar arch ceiling. But you can, and it's vaulted. You can see there's like vaulting along it. As you look down it, you can see it's lit the entire way. And it goes down another line of stairs. Above, you can see little lights in the ceiling. You notice that the lights look like maybe they're made of stained glass or something. They look like eyes. And as you're moving towards it, you can see that all the little eyes that look like lights in the ceiling seem to be following you. So as you go about 100 feet, there's another set of stairs going down.
Let's go.
All right, so you go down, you continue down the stairs, you all are just chilling at the top, waiting by the desk.
I'm going to ask them questions.
Sure, okay. Do you have a question?
Have you ever heard the last name Galailo before?
Not around this part, no.
Do you know anything about people who work in the Sealy Court? Or
He
how
says,
one...
He says, oh yes. He says, the Archfey, he says, I work for the Sealy Court. That's what he tells you.
Oh!
He points up, and he goes, they obviously don't work for the Sealy Court, but
The satyr.
the satyr's pointing up, so, yeah, when he points up, he's pointing like out, like he's pointing outside.
And where exactly is the Sealy Court? How does one get there?
The Sealy Court's everywhere.
Ah, yes, of course.
My bad. Wonderful.
He
Well,
says a better question is where isn't the Sealy Court? And he says, in the Feydark, and he kind of points down.
Oh, did our friend here just go into the Feydark?
He says, well, technically, the Hall of Records is its own thing. He says, but, generally underground, Feydark, above ground, Feywild.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I used to
And then
be-
he goes, Sealy, unsealy, Sealy, unsealy.
Oh. Okay. And may I ask you, do I look familiar to you at all?
He says, we don't get very many Eladrin in this town.
I know I'm a beautiful, beautiful blonde female Aladdin, but I'd like you to imagine if I were a man, older than I, would you ever have seen these features on a man?
He says that I honestly don't see very many Eladrin in these parts.
Or perhaps you only saw one, who was my father.
No. Sorry. I don't recognize you.
Okay.
Insight check.
You don't need to roll. He's clearly telling the truth that
Okay.
he has no clue about any of that. And
I take it back.
I take it back.
I'll call Eva over, and I'll whisper.
Clarissa here.
Oh, Clarissa. I
I'll
just
talk to you.
motion.
So you're going down. As you
Was
reach the
there-
hallway, you can
Is his
see
Fey name different?
continues
than
forward.
Diz?
and the hallway starts to
I think it was
wind
like
back and forth.
Artigan or something.
But it stays the same size. And as you do
Maybe we
that,
should ask about that.
you start seeing that there are branching hallways.
Oh. His name was Disaster when he was an
Now,
archfey.
the first
Yeah.
branching hallway you come
I feel like I
across
remember us finding something out
has
about
a
it when we
little
were in the
copper writing sign,
house, that rabbit's
above it.
house.
and it
His
says,
name was Artigan.
Zeba Stripes of Interest, volunteers inquire within.
Zebra stripes?
Zebra.
Zebra.
Stripes
Stripes of interest.
of interest.
It was Artigan.
Okay.
Volunteers inquire within.
Okay. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. But let's see. What's the next hallway
Okay,
say?
as you approach the next hallway, you can see gammon yak recipes. Follow us online.
Oh my god.
And you can see from the sign that there's a little copper line that runs down the wall and then goes and bends and goes down that hallway.
Oh dear lord. Okay, let's keep going.
All right. You see, as you start going farther in, you can hear kind of echoes of voices every once in a while, but you can't tell what direction. You can't even
Okay.
tell what direction you're facing anymore
Yeah.
because of everything having curved so much. And you also distinctly, it kind of sounds like dripping water. Like you hear running water. The next one says Zeister Cleaning Sanitation Services. And these are all hallways of them.
Branches.
Yes, it's branching, exactly. And you're also noticing that the floor kind of, as you're walking, it's slowly going down or back up. And the hallways are kind of organically doing the same. You almost feel like it's almost like a root system.
Okay.
Ooh, roots.
I'm gonna peek inside this cleaning sanitation services one just to see
Okay.
what happens when you go
Okay,
into
so
one of
you
these
are you
hallways.
going to walk down?
Yeah.
All right, so as you walk down that hallway, you continue about 300 feet, and you reach a little door that says the same thing that was outside. And there's a little sign on the door that says open and waiting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I try the door?
Yeah, it opens, and as you peek inside, you can see there's a small desk and somebody sitting at it with some papers. They're wearing kind of a formal butler's outfit, and they're like, "Yes, do you have any Zeisters to drop off for us to clean?
No.
Sanitize?
No, I actually have a question. I'm looking for archives.
Archives is."
Just keep going.
He just kind of goes like this.
Jesus Christ. And what is a Zeister by chance?
He says, you know a Zeister.
I don't really know. I'm not from here.
He says it's a tool you use for scraping bones.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well, I could see how that needs to be cleaned and sanitized.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very important.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to use an unsanitized Zeister.
Never. Do you get a lot of traffic down here for the cleaning? You guys busy? Or?
It depends on the time of year.
What is your rush hour?
He says,
Season.
You know, close to the full moon.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, thank you so much. See you later.
So back in the waiting room, I'm gonna ask this person, have you ever heard of an archfey named Artigan?
Artigan?
See.
No.
Oh, well. That was the the alias or something for the Archfey disaster. Just wondering if you ever heard of that person.
He says, no. I don't think so. Have you heard of Artigan? And the hobgoblin, who looks kind of sleepy, is like, who? What? No.
Oh, well. I'm gonna take a look at this metal thing to try to figure out what it is, if it's magic and what you know.
What metal thing?
The creature. Is it like a metal
okay.
golem or something like that?
Okay, yeah, sure. You want to take an Arcana check on it?
I would love to.
Yeah, go for it. Should do an Arcana check.
Yay! Oh, only a 12.
Yeah, you're
14,
like it's
14.
Looks like some kind of weird golem-ish thing to you, and you find the little glowing sphere in its chest to be very unusual looking. You've never heard of a golem having that before.
Does the sphere look like
It's
something
kind of
that
iridescent.
comes in and out? Could be go in and out of it?
Awesome.
And does the golem have a face?
Not like a defined face. It has a head, but it's not like defined. It doesn't have a human face or anything.
What all is in this waiting room that we're in? I forgot to ask what it looks like.
There's a table.
Okay.
There's currently an amnesty bin that's open. There is the rooms. There's the person sitting at the desk who has a chair. And the other person standing on top of the metal figure. Or sitting on top of the metal figure. And then to the left there's a doorway.
Just a doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Are there those runes around it?
Aaron,
No.
you want your food?
Did you see the mouse anywhere when we came in?
The doorway is wooden, and there's a little kind of glass window that's kind of like obscured glass, and you can see there's light coming from inside.
You know where I won't peek.
Okay.
I'm still just
You're gonna
continuing
keep going.
down.
All right.
Hope I don't turn into a goat.
All right. Let's see. So the next one, it just says right above it. It says Wacky Walderdash.
Well, that sounds fun. But maybe another time.
Are you gonna keep going?
Keep going.
All right. You're guessing you're probably somewhere in the range of 1,000 feet from the party at this point.
Oh.
Jeff.
So the next hallway you pass says venal vegetation and fungi. And this hallway is much larger than the other ones. It's about 15 feet away.
All right.
Keep going.
Yep.
All right. The next hallway says Vamoosing Vagabonds.
Moosing?
Vamoosing Vagabonds.
Got it.
Bondsmen, bounty hunters, and snoops.
Ooh.
So it's Vamoosing Vagabonds, and then below it says Bondsmen, bounty hunters, and snoops. If you continue, the next sign says vacant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rental.
As you continue, the next one you can say under/overcooked underwear investigations. We have eyes for your privates.
Nice.
Ha.
I want to go to all these places. I want to go to all of them. We'll be back.
All right. If you continue, you can see tabloid tattletales, and it says blabbermouths inquire within.
Would you like a LaCroix?
Sure. Well, what fruit is it?
Delicious fruit.
I'll take that.
Oh, thank you.
The next hallway says shenanigans of sarcastic scallywags.
Do you want this?
And then as you approach the next one, you notice the hallway is only about 3 feet tall. And that hallway above it, the sign is very low. And it says, Raging Rabid Ragamuffins Daycare.
Well, I for one am getting sick of waiting for her.
And you're probably 1,500 feet away now from the party is your guess, but you don't know exactly because
Yeah, twisty turny.
at this point you're not
long,
even sure how far underground you are.
Can I'm gonna ask him how the lockers work.
Oh, he says, sure, yeah. And he presses a button, and he goes like this. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, presses a button, and you can see on the wall, out of the wall come doors that start popping out. And then on each one of those, you see a little paper ticket kind of pop out of it. And he says, you just put your items in there, bring your ticket back, and open it back up.
Does anyone have access to this? Would you or anyone else be able to open this?
He tells you, kind of looks around and he goes, he asks, is there a way to open these? And the kind of dozing hobgoblin goes, what? Open what? The lockers. He says, yeah, just make sure you don't lose your ticket.
Has anyone ever stolen anything out of these lockers?
He says, not since I've been here. Have you? And the other one's like, I've only been here 5 years and I've never seen it.
Alright, I'm gonna insight check on all of that and see how I feel. Nothing too crazy, 10 or something.
You don't see why you would think that they're lying.
Alright, fuck it, I'm gonna take everything off and put it in a locker.
Okay. And do you pull the ticket?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you pull the ticket, it slams back into the wall. And you can see that there's a little line on it. And on it there's a little symbol, and that symbol matches what's on your ticket.
Okay. I'm gonna fold the ticket up very carefully and put it in a pocket and like fold the pocket and
Okay.
try to really make it so it can't get lost.
Alright.
And then I'll tell you all that I think we should go meet her inside there.
Great.
Sounds good.
I said
I'll
I'm
do
gonna
the
stay
same.
here.
Okay. Yeah, you can all spend a couple minutes doing that. Do you want to continue or do you want to go back?
Oh, I'll be where I But I think I wouldn't be able to resist the tabloid tattletales place, Blabbermouths. Because I would want to go. I probably would just be writing a note to a website that just says, Sir Chadwick Finn is impotent, and put it under there.
Okay, are you going to do that?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. You go down the hallway, you see a doorway, and if you want, you can shove it underneath.
Yeah, I'll be like writing a note, and
Alright.
smells like old shoes. And put that under the tabloid thing. From a concerned citizen.
As soon as you start sliding it underneath, it doesn't even go all the way. You just feel somebody go, and they pull the paper. And they start laughing.
That's done. And then if I can hear, I mean, I wouldn't probably hear them for a while, but I would keep going if I don't know that they're coming. But if it feels like it's been 15 minutes, though, I'd probably start heading.
Oh,
back
yeah.
Okay, then I'd start jogging
Okay.
back towards them.
Okay, if you guys are going down the hallway,
Yep.
you-
I am not. I'm staying in the waiting room.
Okay, you're gonna stay behind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the rest of you start going down the hallway. The first thing you come across is a hallway that says zebra stripes of interest. Volunteers require within. All right. So as you're going, let's see, you're here. You see, as you're going down, if you just keep continuing, right above the area that says vacant, you run into each other. Is there anything you want to do in the meantime?
Try to break into Aoife's locker.
So I saw that when Aoife put her stuff in the locker, I saw that little symbol pop up.
Mm-hmm. The symbol's still there.
Oh. Could I take out, I have my calligrapher kit. I want to take that out and I want to copy that symbol onto a small bit of parchment and rip it off.
Okay.
To make it look like the claim ticket.
Okay.
And I'll put everything back. And I'll walk up to the counter there and I'll...
All right. As you're doing that, the person at the desk looks up and kind of is intently watching to see what happens.
Mm. So yeah, I hand in the ticket.
Oh, so you're gonna try and slide it into the slot?
Yeah.
All right. Just
However you claim it, yeah. Like I copy basically
it
the
just
ticket.
kind of pushes. And it's not going.
Mm.
And then as that happens,
see
he just
that,
kind of goes back down, and starts reading again.
Mm. Okay. So having failed that, I'm gonna sit in front of the ring of runes,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna just sit cross-legged on the floor. I've got a hook in my lap. Dog next to me. I'm gonna start studying those runes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to memorize all of them.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
All right. Studying all the runes.
He's really using his Kenku recall, Kenku mimicry
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely trying. All right, let me see.
Trying to memorize all the shit.
It's always really long, guys.
So, did you find the archives?
No, it's still further. They
You
said I talked to
believe
somebody that
In approximately 17 hours, you might be able to remember all of the runes.
Okay. I'll start one by one
All right.
while I wait.
Well, I think we should just go as deep as we
keep
can.
going. I made it
Just
to the I made it to the
penetrate
Raging
this
Rabbit
place.
Ragamuffins daycare, but we gotta. It's beyond that. Beyond that.
Let's go. Deeper,
Yeah.
harder, thicker. Let's go.
All right. So as you reach the Ragamuffins daycare, you pass that, and the next one says quirky quipster quotations.
Oh.
I'm gonna run down that hallway real quick.
You're just gonna book it,
Yeah.
just passing everything.
I'm gonna run down the hallway to see what
Oh,
quips,
that one?
quips there are.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, it kind of goes down. So you just get to the end, and there's a little door that says the same thing on it.
I'm gonna throw open the door.
All right. Well, we'll see if you can throw.
I wonder,
Dude, the hours.
am I actually in the summer mood?
You see on the doorway, there's a little sign that says "Returning tomorrow."
Oh.
I thought I was gonna get quips. I'm gonna run back. Now, does any of these signs that we've seen, do I think that they're potentially misleading in any way, or illusory, or anything like that?
No, they seem to be inlaid. So somebody looks like they somehow carved into the stone, and then actually inlaid copper metal.
The
Is this kind of-
Zeister cleanings seem to be Zeister cleaners, just so you know. I did pop my head in that.
So this is kind of like a massive office building where people rent spaces and
Seemingly.
have different, Well, so I'm going to suggest that we all press on as hard as we can to
Press
try
on.
to find the archives. Go, go, go.
All right. As that happens, as you're like, okay, I kind of think you hear somebody stirring inside the office.
Is that the closed door?
Yes.
Okay, stirring. Like, what do you mean?
Somebody's moving around in the office.
Oh, okay.
And if you wait there a moment, the door opens, and you hear a voice say, "Something stinks out here. What is it?" Kind of
I point to the
in
satyr.
an angry voice. You don't see who it is. The satyr turns around and he says, "Sorry, sir. What does it smell like?" He says, "It smells like roses."
I poke a poke under my arm under the cloak.
And he says, "What are roses doing down here?" He says, "Somebody has a cat." He said, "No pets," is what you hear. And as soon as that happens, there's a burst of energy that comes through the office, and it goes outwards. You're holding on to Poke-a-Poke. Poke-a-Poke turns into a rose bush. And the Mastiff turns back into a patch.
Cool. Okay. I'll pick up the patch.
Bye, Pats.
I'll put it in my pocket. I'll just continue to hold the rose bush.
Okay.
And I'm still studying the birds.
Okay. So as you continue, let's see. The next one you come across is Perplexing Prank Paradigms, and underneath it says Market Leading Tomfoolery.
If I were in my spring season, I'd love this hallway.
The next one says Oath Chasers. Underneath it says Spousal Retrieval Unit. The next one just simply says Namby-Pamby Division. And as you do this, you notice that as you continue, the next one just says Namby-Pamby Division on it. The next one just says Namby-Pamby Division on it. And you just keep going and going and going, and you pass 20 of them.
Wow.
Let's see.
There seems to be something going on here.
A little bit of namby-pamby.
Some hanky-panky. with the namby-pamby.
Some tomfoolery. Actually, I'm going to go back to number 13 and ask them to investigate.
The next one just says nailed it with an exclamation point. The next hallway says macabre moderation and arbitration aids. The next one says madcap madmen, and in small writing, and mad women, placement.
So I didn't think any of this is illusory when I'm looking at it, or like
No, you think these are probably all real.
this building is fucking with us.
Wish we could ride your magic
Yeah,
garbage
yeah,
on
this-
this fucking hallway.
You're
tired.
You're starting to go. Like, I remember something about the Feywild being weird, and this feels like what I remember.
Oh, I feel like I might be getting some of my memory back here. This is reminiscent. If only Mears were here to tell us about the Feywild. Oh well. Onward! I don't understand what we're supposed to be doing differently. Oh, should we walk backwards or something?
We could do it.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to walk backwards.
Work
to
the
where we're
cabs.
Let's just go to the M's.
going. Is it in alphabetical order?
I would think.
Does it start
In
with...
fact, as Bo says that, you, with your extremely high intelligence, go, it's in alphabetical order.
with Zeist? Was Zeist for Z's? Is this backwards alphabetical
It
order?
was zebra, yam, and Zeist is an X. Yes.
Oh, and now we're at nailed it. Well, let's just keep going until we get to the
you're
A's.
guessing
then.
you're probably about 3,500 feet at this point. And then the door opens again and goes, somebody's here. What are they doing here? And he says they're waiting for their friends. No loitering. Yes, sir. And the satyr looks at you going, I apologize, but the boss says no loitering. And he's the boss. And he goes,
Bruce Springsteen.
and he goes, is what he starts saying.
Oh. And the boss is in the room now?
Yes.
Okay. Can I, yeah, I still got it. I want to detect thoughts on the boss.
Okay. You cannot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
In
tell-
fact, the only thoughts you can detect are the two. You can kind of go between the two people. The metal one, you don't detect anything as well.
Right. And then I'll telepathically talk to the satyr. I'll say, I thought this was a waiting room.
No, this is the entrance.
I say, okay, where's the waiting room?
He says we don't have a waiting room. He says if we had a waiting room, there'd be chairs. There's no chairs. He doesn't let us have any chairs here. He says that's why he's sitting on top of that. Only I get a chair because I'm at the desk.
So if I sat at the desk, then I wouldn't be loitering.
He says you don't work here, so you don't get to sit at the desk.
But if I did, I could.
He says, did you want to apply?
Yes.
And then he says out loud, hold on 1 second. And he gets up from the desk and he timidly knocks on the door. And then you hear stirring and then the door opens and what? He says, the person here says they would like to apply for a job. He says, you know there are no openings. And then he says, unless you want to become the opening. No, sir. No, sorry to disturb you, sir. And sits back at his desk and says, there's no openings.
What if I cleaned this area for now as a job?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, I guess I'll just have to leave.
All right.
And I'll
And he says, good day to you.
pretend and I'll mimic back to him. Good day to you. And I'll pretend like I'm starting to walk out of the room.
Okay.
I'll just go up a few stairs and I'll just step
Okay,
down the stairs.
all right. Okay.
And then I'll, with my cloak, I'll make myself as dark as possible.
All right. Okay. Back to you guys.
Oh, and I'll put that rose bush in the pocket so it doesn't smell.
Okay. All right.
To the A's!
To the A's. Okay. Do you want to? You just want to bypass it, Russ?
A for archive!
Okay. You guys start booking.
I hope Mears doesn't turn into a donkey! Let's go to the
The one
A's!
that was like, we should keep the party together.
Well,
Never mind.
Mears, as they're running down the hallway, you have a vision of them running down a hallway. You're like, wow, they're running down a hallway. That's so weird. And as that happens, you can see you're starting to fade.
Fade?
Fade.
bye.
Like you're starting to become incorporeal.
Time to roll up a new character.
So you continue. You bypass the rest of these, and you go past another. It's like another 15, 20 of them. 15, maybe? I don't know. And as you get to the end, you can hear rushing water, and above the doorway you can see, much like the other ones, just the simple word archive.
Wait, were we supposed to stop at the H for Hall of Records or the A for archive?
No, the whole thing is the Hall of Archive. They said archive was where it would be.
Okay.
They said
Throw open the door.
Okay. So as you throw open the door, you can see that there's another hallway, and it is got puddles of water in it, and you can hear a lot of water. It's quite dark. Which ones of you do? Who of you has dark vision? Just you. So it's quite dark.
I can pull out my lantern.
You can do light.
Okay.
You're our light cleric.
Yeah. Yes.
I have a question about this.
Yes.
La la la.
This is proximity to your friend.
Here, you can block.
I want to see memory. Again.
Okay.
So I'm close to that.
To do your light, do you
okay.
have to have
That's
an
the only thing you
object
care
that you
about?
put light on?
Okay.
Or you
Yes,
just
I
make
can
light
put it on.
whatever.
Your shirt.
Yeah.
You can light up your shirt.
All right. So you continue down the hallway. You hear quite a lot of rushing water. As you get to the end of it, you can see it's raining. There's huge amounts of just water falling from the sky. It looks open above you. There's light in here, and it's quite large. Let's see, how big is this? You can see in front of you there, it just looks like solid water, like you'd have to step into water to continue. There is walls on each side that go up. You're guessing approximately about 100 feet, and it all seems to be made out of vegetation. It's very misty and humid in here. You can see the water vapor kind of swirling through the air, so you can't see super far, but you can see that there's a desk, like a round desk, and on the desk you see a little potted plant. It looks kind of like maybe a bonsai of some kind, and somebody's seated there at the desk. They seem to be sitting there, and they have some kind of mechanical device next to them at the desk, and they're just going like that.
Hello!
And above them, you can see a very large spider suspended from some kind of webs. Off in the distance, down this continual hallway, you can see that there's something, you can see things kind of crawling and slithering through the water.
Hello!
they kind of they look up at you.
And is this pool, this water is between us and them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's probably about 100 feet to them. They're quite far, and they just kind of look at you, kind of give you this look.
We're trying to look at the archives. I need to find my father. And he needs to find his family.
Take a number.
Where? Where are the numbers?
Take a number.
Okay.
Is that like the machine on the desk are they gesturing to, or?
You notice that it's gesturing towards the plant.
Oh.
I'll take a number off the plant.
Okay, so you're gonna walk in?
Is
We
it?
gotta walk across
It's next to
100
him.
feet
It's
of
in the water.
Yes. You're 100 feet away. You're yelling to this person at a desk from 100 feet away.
I will start walking. in
Okay,
the
as
water.
you start walking, you notice the water gets about knee deep. The bottom underneath the water is kind of slippery. It feels like maybe vegetation kind of settled on the bottom from the leaves in the area, and that possibly could be what's making that underneath. That there's some kind of vegetation on the floor making it a little slick.
Is this potentially deadly? I'm just gonna walk over to him.
Okay.
Keep walking.
Alright, so you walk up and you see there is the plant. You notice that the person seated seems to be a kind of very aged winter eladrin. Just sitting there at the desk, typing away.
Well, my season changes every day.
Yeah. And you're getting drenched from this water just falling from the ceiling.
Sweet. I'll take a number.
Yeah. Okay, so you notice that the number is on, that there's leaves on the plant. They're kind of reddish looking leaves. And you can see that there is a number on one of the leaves.
Does this plant mind if I take a leaf off of it?
Since that's what it's there for, isn't it?
Excuse me, plant, do you mind if I take your leaf?
It kind of goes like this.
I'm gonna take
Alright,
it.
you take the leaf, and as soon as you do that, you can see it's kind of like burning into it is a number, and it says 14,241.
I'll take it.
And the Pelagian nods, and then you hear a female voice suddenly go through the area that goes, "Now serving guest number 1."
I'm gonna say, Mr. Galailo, how are ya?
What?
How are ya, Mr. Galailo?
Don't know a Mr. Galileo. And as you're typing, you can see that there's leaves on a vine moving up into the air like a string, and it goes up to the spider, and you can see this giant spider is just kind of moving the leaves and kind of moving them along, and it goes like this, and it does that. You can see it's going along the webs. The webs are actually kind of look like vines, and the leaves are kind of flying off in different directions.
I'm gonna have follow behind him or
Okay.
her that
Yeah,
she makes
thanks.
her so about that. It's, for me, no, it's no big deal.
I'm a woman.
All the steps, and I want to take a number now as well.
Okay, you have the number immediately after it.
Oh, is this what I want to check? If it
Yes.
was actual sequential or if they're
Yeah.
jumping off.
The leaves on the spiderweb, do those have numbers on them?
You can see the leaves seem to have some kind of possibly writing on them as they're flying up.
I'm gonna patiently wait 14,000 years. Is there anything else of interest around? Is this plant? Is the person typing? There's a spider up on the ceiling? There's the web?
There's a web. It looks open, possibly open, about 100 feet up. Except you notice that that as you're in the room now, you can see that there's vines and roots kind of hanging from the ceiling that don't look like they're connected to anything at that 100-foot mark. Like they're just coming through from above somehow. And then you do see some stuff kind of moving around in the distance. Sometimes every once in a while it kind of looks like something slithering through. The water appears deeper over in that area as well. And you can also see something kind of walking through every once in a while. And you can see, in the distance, you can see one kind of walk, and it starts going up the wall, and then it kind of disappears.
Well, I guess we're fucked.
Now serving guest number 1.
I'll ask the guy on the mechanical device,
Yeah.
and I'll say, does Mr. Galailo speak common?
Who?
Didn't you point?
No. It's a male, and the male legend's like, I don't know. Galailo. Sorry.
I'm gonna cover up all the other numbers except for the 1 on there and say, "Oh look, here we go."
And the Eladrin stops typing and just goes, "Oh, thank God. Thank the gods." Yes, how can I help you?
Wonderful. I have a few questions that we're trying to discover from the archives.
Yes.
One, I'd like to find out about my friend's family, which are the Shmurshmurshmur of the Shmurshmur.
Skynstone clan, also known as the Zelchons.
And we're trying to find out about my father, who worked in the Sealy Court, who may have had the last name Galailo. We're trying to find out about an archfey named Disaster, who also goes by Artigan. Anything else?
The war.
And this war that drove away the Goliaths.
300 years ago.
We need all of this information, please. I'm going to put the leaf in my pocket.
Sure, yes, hold on. And types a little bit, and plucks, as the typing goes up, plucks out the leaves and just hands them to you and says, here you go. And on it, there's numbers and letters.
I'm going to read them.
All right, they're very long numbers and letters. They're sequences that have to do with where you have to go farther into the area. And
Okay.
it says, you'll find it there.
Can you tell me how to use this to find our things?
It says numbers, letters.
Okay. Do I understand this enough to try to follow this?
You're guessing the numbers are the rows, and the letters are the rows coming down.
Alright, I'm going to start going to those places.
So as you go in, the water starts getting deeper and deeper. Are you following? Yes. And it starts coming up to about chest height. Is there anybody under 4 feet tall in the group?
Not at the moment.
All right. So you're kind of wading through this water, and you come across the first one. The first one has to do with Goliaths. Let's see,
Goliaths.
it's actually here.
Well, do we number in our system?
So, yeah, there was a war, and in this area of Broken Vale, there was a Fey, or not a Fey, sorry, well, actually technically an Archfey, but a lycanthrope Archfey. named Victor Mazan. And during the last war in this area, Victor Mazan led an army of lycanthropes and was fighting the Eladrin that had taken over the area. And in that war, it displaced all the former cities of the Goliaths. There were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There were 10 Goliath cities in this area, controlled by that clan. And during the war, most of them were wiped out. Very few of those survive. Very few, actually, of the actual buildings survive. Harrowheim was one of those areas. And it also had to do with a archfey named the Maiden of the Moon, who was fighting Victor. And at the end of the war, the Fomorians came in from below, from an area right below Harrowheim called Shalai, and took over Harrowheim for themselves. Victor has been pushed back into an area known as Shatterstone in the Broken Vale. And that there's a river between here and his territory, or domain as it's called.
Sorry, well, he got pushed into where?
You got what now?
Broken
Victor,
Vale?
Broken Vale,
Yeah.
Shadow, what?
Shatterstone,
Shatterstone.
Is the name of the city that he controls
Yeah.
in the Broken Vale. You're currently in an edge area of the Broken Vale. And it's broken because everything has been destroyed.
So aren't Fomorians like these like weird underground dudes that look like cavemen or something like that?
You're not sure. You want to try and look them up?
Sure.
All right.
Is there anything?
How are you gonna look them up?
Mm.
Okay.
Is there anything in the Goliaths research that speaks to where the Goliaths got? That maybe
It just says that they were displaced.
Okay.
So the Fomorians are from underground, a place called Shalai that's directly under Harrowheim, and they took over Harrowheim? And
I'm just going to say you can put 2 and 2 together. You're guessing those giants that were up above were Fomorians. The 3 giants you saw with the clubs.
And so they pushed Victor back?
Yes, this area.
What does it say about the Maiden of the Moon?
The Maiden of the Moon, she's part of the Sealy Court. And she is in the forest that borders the Broken Vale. And she's known for keeping lycanthropes in check.
So she was fighting with Eladrin? Like on behalf of Eladrin?
Yeah, yes, exactly, yeah.
And somebody told us that there weren't very many Eladrin left?
In this area, there's not very many Eladrin because it's controlled by the Fomorians.
Mm-hmm.
Or the lycanthropes.
So Victor and the lycanthropes and Maiden of the Moon and Eladrin fighting each other, and then the Fomorians took over, coming up out of the ground, and the Eladrin.
They kind of just
Nope.
went back.
Well,
It looked like Victor was attacking like all over the place. Not just this area. He got pushed back into it and he took it over. But he was using an extremely large army of lycanthropes.
and how long ago? 300 years ago. Jeez. Any other stuff relating to like his family?
No, not particularly. It just says that a lot of them are displaced. Maybe some made it to the prime material plane.
Well, 300 years ago was a long time, but this is a pretty good start considering I didn't know even where to look before.
Did you lose your family 300 years ago?
I'm only like 21,
Yeah.
and I'm not great with numbers, but I don't think I lost track of that much time.
Yeah.
But it's a lead.
I wonder what this means for you.
What do you mean?
Well, where did you see your family last? In the material plane?
I think so.
So they were driven out of here over to there, and then 300 years later there's you, and then now they're gone, and maybe they're back here or something?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's a lot to think about.
It is. It's a lot. That's for sure. I feel some kind of connection to the Maiden of the Moon, fighting on behalf of the Eladrin.
It seems important, right?
Yeah.
She might know something about the Goliaths too.
Yeah. Because she was fighting that Victor guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Strange name, Victor, for someone who lost.
You got a point. You think they'll mind if we take this?
What is it? What
It's
are we
a
looking
leaf.
at?
It's a leaf. It's a leaf that's got writing on it.
All this information?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do I think they'll care if we take this leaf?
Probably.
You.
This
do
might
not-
be the leaf
you-
that they
you
keep
do-
all the information
you
on.
do not have enough knowledge of the Feywild to know if.
If only Mears were here, he could just look at this leaf and memorize everything on it.
He's really good at that.
But he's not, so alas.
Should we ask permission, or is this like one of those things where it's better to ask forgiveness?
I'm not going to do anything like that. I don't want to damage these archives, and there's more to learn.
What if there's another lost Goliath that comes here looking for information, and then they won't be able to get any information?
You make a great point. I'm glad you guys are around, because I don't usually think about that stuff.
I'm surprised that you've been interested in killing people and stealing things recently. You never struck me as the type before.
I don't think I like stealing. I don't really like lying either when we did all that lying in the mansion.
Do you remember when we were in the lobby there, you said you wanted to kill all those people?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Why not? They were in our way.
Aren't you a relatively good sort?
I try to be.
So, just killing those people because it seems a little different from the person I got to know.
But then there would be blood, and then it would be cool, and I'd get to murder them. Is that wrong?
He put all of his magic items away and went into the thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Should there have been like a roll or something?
Because I'm about to ask, like, can I tell if there's something magically different about him?
Oh, I think I would have a headache or something now too.
Yeah.
I don't have my phone, so I don't have the D&D Beyond.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Yeah, you really don't feel good about having partnered with the thing.
All right.
So do I, like, based on my studies at the Wizard College and my readings and stuff, can I tell that there's something wrong with him or that something's different about him?
I think you did know that it was cursed before, though, because you did identify on it or something like that back with the first DM.
No, he said that when you cast Identify, you can't tell when stuff is cursed.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay.
Because I was bitching and moaning about the Ruidium cursing me.
Oh, did you have that still? So
No, I had it and I used it, and then it was cursed, and
Yes.
it gave me a level of exhaustion.
yes. Well,
And then-
so
I slept it off.
Ruidium, you can never lose the exhaustion from that, but it's not normal exhaustion.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad
Special
you weren't the
tactic.
DM.
Well, I actually have it written on your thing right here.
No, I don't have it anymore.
It says Iridium Cursed Paranoid Tick.
Yes.
So you still have your paranoid tick.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But I don't have the exhaustion anymore. I slept it off.
Yeah. Your
While other people were DMing.
It's canon. It's canon.
You're paranoid of ever. Well, that's the. It doesn't give you like a normal. The exhaustion is the paranoid tick.
Yeah, but I don't have a level of exhaustion. I have paranoia. I rolled
really
on
under
the.
Which is exhausting.
I rolled on the insanity on the madness table in the DMG to give myself a tick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you got a tick.
Yeah.
You're very paranoid of Iridium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I like this stuff. It tries to do things to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm paranoid. But I do notice this change in his personality
Sure.
because.
For sure.
But I guess I don't connect it to anything magical.
You may.
Well,
I don't.
I need to know what's not metagaming.
Well, I mean, it's.
I noticed the change in his behavior.
Yes.
He's talking about killing people. We've been collecting magic items. I'm an expert in magic stuff. So, would I?
Why don't you roll an Arcana check?
Hey, Feywild.
Would I know?
Feywild.
Would I notice anything weird about him?
I think it would be reasonable.
What'd you roll?
An 18 plus 8, 26.
26. You're like, it must be that sword.
It doesn't look like a good sword.
You're like, there's something up with that sword.
And is he acting even weirder now that he's not around it? Like, are you stumbling around with a headache or something?
I probably have that.
No. He's just like, man, we should really kill something right now.
I'm jonesing for the next hit.
Jonesing.
Bo, you've been very strange, and it might be connected to that sword. What do you think?
I think I'm just growing up. Like, cows aren't as cool anymore. Murder is cool now, really cool. We should be doing that. But, like, I think I'm still the same.
I think you might be affected by a cursed sword, which we'll have to take a look at later. But I believe there's a couple more dots in our informational journey to encounter.
You're a wild guy, Bo.
So the next one is about the war. It goes a little more into detail about what happened exactly, how the maiden was essentially victorious, and they came to a peace treaty where, as long as victors lycanthropes did not leave that area, that she wouldn't try to hunt them. But it's kind of tumultuous. It's very a tentative thing. Like they signed a treaty between each other, but and the Maiden of the Moon herself has lycanthropes living in her area, and she suppresses their ability of lycanthropy. And part of it says that the area controlled by the Fomorians, Harrowhain, retained its own lycanthropes that populate the city, and they are currently under the dominion of the King Bronor.
Is he a Fomorian?
He's a Fomorian, yes. And he actually, his castle is Castle Harrowhain, which is in the Feywild underneath the city.
Dope. I hope it's got glowing mushrooms in it.
This is already like double the notes that I had before this.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore, man. Alright, I'm gonna consume all that lore.
Alright. Yep. So you got that? And
Chase the
then-
dragon of the Lord.
Yes, and then the next thing you have is about disaster. Disaster. The Archfey. You are able to find a little nugget about him. His name is Disaster Kavir, the Darkthorn Prince, Archfey of Murders. It says he has a rap sheet. On it, he is wanted for the murder of over 3,000 Fey folk, an attempted coup, attempted regicide, 1 count of Fey napping, treason, and was banished.
How is his last name spelled?
Caevyr.
That's my name! That's my middle name! Or my second last name!
Diz?
Yes!
And
My last name is Kavir Galailo. That could mean that Disaster is my father. Or something weird like that. Or my brother or something. Or maybe it's me after I went through a time warp.
And it also says, last seen banished to the planetary plane, last activity date, 25 years ago. Silverwood Selenisi, which is the name of the city that it's next to. Activity, hostage taken, Selenisi, failed coup of Sinestria. And then it says, known associates, Bodaxus the Breaker, Janine Mordox the Shadow Knife, Glorian Mordox the Stealer, Hysaram the Prince of Fools, Raxium Beduthix the Nightbringer, Relative, Sephora the Bramble Queen, Archfey of Undeath of the Green Court, Father, Ira Kavir.
I think this is telling me that he's my brother. So does that mean Ira is a archfey? If Disaster is an archfey, or
It doesn't list what they are.
Who's
It doesn't list what any of these other people are.
perchance my father, the person with the same last name as me, who is the father of Disaster, is Ira Kavir. Could be
Well-
related to me.
Is Galilo some other? That's not your last name?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe it's a cousin.
I just don't know. I don't know why and how.
Why you got so many names?
I just appeared here in the material
Yeah.
plane only knowing my name. Clarissa Kavir Galailo. I look around to see if there's any people listening. So I can say Clarissa or something.
Yeah, you see there's a really big spider above you guys, about 50 feet, and it's just kind of looking around at you.
Yeah. Clarissa Kavir Galailo. Okay, so this is the part about Disaster. So, Disaster banished the material plane. Sounded like he did some stuff in the material plane. The
You
coup.
attempted a coup.
It gave you a rap sheet. Murdered over 3,000 Fey folk,
Mhm.
attempted coup, attempted regicide, 1 count Fey napping, treason, and then it says banished.
Does the Silverwood Selenisi, do we think that's in the material plane or the Fey plane?
You don't know.
And then his known associates are Bodaxus, Glorian Mordax, Raxian Nightbringer, Bramble Queen, Sephora is his mother.
Yes.
And then Hysaram.
Hisram, Prince of Fools.
And then there was one I missed,
Janine.
right?
Yeah. Ganeen Mordox.
Ganeen?
Yeah. Geyneen. Mordox. There were 2 Mordoxes.
Glorian Mordax. But it says his mother is the Bramble Queen and his father is Ira Cavier. Cool. Well, shite.
I'm a little worried about mirrors.
I don't know what makes an Archfey. If he's an Archfey, does that make me an Archfey? Or is my father an Archfey? Or I don't even know what an Archfey is. I don't feel like an Archfey. I do feel very attractive, though.
Anything else you want to do down here?
Well, I was gonna look for a piece of information about my father, but is this the piece of information?
No, you only had 3 things that the person gave you. It was about the Goliaths, it was about the war, and it was about disaster.
Well, I definitely said my father.
You can go back and ask. But they only gave you 3 things.
History of the Sealy Court.
No, I definitely asked about it, but I'll go back and ask. Take a number.
You go back and ask, and the person's like, what?
Oh, I also asked for information about my father. It doesn't look like you wrote it down.
How am I supposed to know who your father is?
Anybody of interest with the last name Galailo or Cavier?
I mean, there's a lot of them.
Was there any
more specific?
Galailos in the Sealy Court?
Says, yeah, there's a lot of them.
A lot of those too. Common name.
He says there's billions of Fays.
Any caviar hyphen Galailos in the
Yes.
Sealy Court?
Not in the Sealy Court.
No.
Wait. Who?
In Ifa.
Oh, can I look up information about her, please?
Sure. Yeah. Gives you a thing.
Does anyone have anything else you want to ask this person?
I'm thinking about it.
Since we get 3 pieces of information at a time.
No, you just didn't. He didn't know who your father. You said, "Can I get information about my father?" It's like,
I don't know who your
I
dad is.
don't know who the hell your father is.
All right, thank you so much. I'm gonna rush back into the water, the tentacles in the water, writhing around, going.
And you can see the slithering. It kind of
Yeah.
looks like they're vines that have been moving around,
Okay.
kind of moving on their own, and they move up the walls and kind of set into the walls.
I'm panicked. I'm afraid. I don't- What's happening?
What's happening? Yeah. Okay. So you find the writing on Ifa.
Clutch this leaf.
Yep. Ifa. Father. Ira Kabir. Mother. Gwen Flam. Galailo. Last seen 25 years ago. Silver Woods, near Selenisi.
That's all there is.
Mm-hmm.
So, Disaster attempted some kind of coup in the Silverwood Silenisi, and he was there with my father, and then I disappeared from there.
Well, there was some mention of a Fey napping earlier in his rap sheet.
I just don't understand! What does it mean?
Well, maybe I wonder. Might run back. Is there any information in this library? Sorry, ma'am. One more thing. Sorry. Is there any information about Silverwood Silenisi?
Sure.
Oh, great.
Anything else?
Well, probably, but we'll find out. We'll find out in a little while. How about
I wonder what Mears is up to.
I know, right? I'm really kind of getting very worried about him. I don't know that we set a time when we'd be back, and I wonder if he's okay.
I expected him to follow us when we walked in.
But yes, I just want to look at a little bit about this Silvanisi circa 25 years ago.
Okay. Well, circa 25 years ago.
Impossible.
All right.
Or just what is it? Where is
Go
it?
through my thousands of pages of notes here.
Well, hopefully it's in the Maiden of the Moon's land. I don't know why. I wonder if I'm a lycanthrope. What does it all mean?
Wait a minute. Your name's Aoife. I mean, Clarissa.
My name is Clarissa.
Just like on the book.
That's right.
So you were in the court?
I don't know.
So 25 years ago, in the city of Salonisi, which is the capital of the summer court, Queen Titania rules from there. There was an incident with a Fey that was wanted for an attempted coup, and they had Fey-napped someone, and an agent was sent to stop them.
Who was the agent? Who was Feynapped?
It doesn't say right there.
And does it give any sense of like where that is? Would we have a sense of where that place is located in the grand scheme of things?
You have no idea.
No
what it
idea.
is.
Okay.
At this point, you do not.
Okay.
You think he'll get mad if we ask for maps?
So it's probably we gotta go back down the hall to M. Maybe we'll find some. the mappery.
Aoife is like kind of like freaking out and like sloshing around in the water.
All right.
She's like, "What does this mean? What are we supposed to do? So many mysteries.
Well,
Who am I? Who is disaster? What am I?"
I bet if we go back there and murder the satyr, he'll tell us.
He is.
No one can tell you anything when they're dead.
Well, have you tried?
We're gonna get you broken of that curse.
Curse?
You're cursed!
No. It's just normal.
It's
Growing up. It's becoming a man.
It's puberty.
Okay. I need to know if I'm a satyr. I need to know if I'm an archfey or a, what was it? The other thing. I need to know what it is. What am I?
I'd like to start booking it back down. Back. Thanks so much for your help. This was wonderful. I'm sure we'll be back.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I'm good.
Believe Aoife is just.
That's everything you want?
I think so.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't know what to ask for.
I don't know what else to research.
I don't know what to do.
Any ideas, Hugh?
Do?
I just think this is very strange.
Any research on the weaknesses of King What's-His-Face? Anybody done any research on?
Victor King?
No,
King
well that
Bruno.
guy, but the other guy, the one who runs this place.
Bruno.
Oh.
Bruno?
Bruno.
Are you still serving
Bruno.
number one?
Do you need help with something?
Weaknesses of King Brunor and of King Victor.
You're talking about the Archfey Victor.
Archfey Victor, King of the Lycanthropes.
Allergies.
Allergies. Yeah. I mean, there's stuff on them if you want to look them up. There's,
Weaknesses.
as you can tell, there's stuff on almost everybody.
Yes.
Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
If you have specific people you want to look at more about.
Brunor. More people?
Like Bodaxis.
Ira Cavier.
That's from who?
Guy's
Oh,
He
Ira.
has a cool
Yes.
name, I think. Bodaxis.
Bodaxis
that's a cool
is
name.
a pretty cool name.
I wish that was my name.
Maybe that's your brother.
Do you
I don't think so.
is that all you want? Is that the ones you want?
Those are the ones that I want. If you want to look up the names of every single known associate of disaster
Wait,
you can.
you want Ira and who? Victor?
Ira,
And the king?
weaknesses of Victor and Brunor, and everything about Ira.
Okay.
Do you have a book about cursed swords?
Yes.
Maybe we should check that out since.
Well, it's not a book, but we have information.
Maybe
At
we should
least-
check
Oh,
that out.
and Gwenflam Galailo.
Sure.
Ki-
Literally anybody on this list, I can give you information.
Alright, well, those are the only ones
All right,
I'm not
tell
going
me,
to ask.
tell me who you want to look for, and we'll speed it up.
I'm like, how about you guys keep doing research? I'm gonna start running back down the hallway to go check on names.
Gwenflam, Ira.
Okay, let's start with Gwenflam. Gwenflam, last seen Summer Eladrin Bladesmith of the Sealy Summer Court. Last seen Selenace City, murdered by disaster, the Darkthorn. Last activity, deceased. Activity, while stopping a fey napping. Rap sheet, no known crimes.
Is it me? Was I the Fey napping?
That was you in the photo.
What?
That photo we found in Xander's place. To return. That's you.
Wasn't that a drow?
What the drow maybe?
I thought the thing holding it was a drow.
I don't know.
Oh, husband, Ira Kabir.
Mm-hmm. What about him?
That's what it said in Gwenflam's.
Oh, okay. Well, we wanted to look up Ira too.
Okay, Ira. Winter Ladrin, ambassador of the Sealy Green Court. Last seen, banishing disaster to the prime material plane. Silver activity was in the Silver Woods of Selenace. Last activity, deceased. No known crimes.
I refuse to believe that both of them are dead.
Children. Aoife and Disaster Kabir.
I refuse to believe that both of them are dead.
Known associate. Celefra, the Bramble Queen. Known associate. Disander Aster.
My dad is not the wizard. My dad was not an a-hole. No known crimes, it says.
Known
His
crimes.
associates were terrible.
And then, Disander Aster is a fine man who's in a ring in a locker.
Oh, that guy.
King Brunor.
King
Weaknesses
Brunor.
of King
King
Brunor.
Brunor. No known weaknesses.
Hates cilantro.
No. No known weaknesses is what it says.
Weakness.
It says defeated Victor, Archfey Victor, what's his name, Mazan? Yeah, Mazan. Victor Mazan in single combat.
Single combat. Weaknesses of Victor.
Silver.
Oh. Okay, I'm done. Leaving. Hugh, you got anything you want to look up? Did you want to know anything? All right.
Anybody else before you go?
We could look up the cursed sword thing if you really think it's
Oh, I
cursed.
thought you did that.
Oh yeah, the book, the leaf about cursed
Okay.
swords.
Yeah, there's a leaf about cursed swords. And it says that there's many known cursed swords. Be careful about getting them into your possession. They can do different things to you,
Okay.
and you might not even know it.
See, this thing says that you might not even know it, so I think that would mean that I would know it, and I'm fine.
The logic has flaws. I think we might need a cleric or some kind of strong spell to remove it. I don't know the remove curse spell. I do know the bestow curse spell, but I'd have to cast it on opposite day.
Okay. Well, I mean, you are the smart one, but like, until we do that, can we get to some murdering soon?
Yes, I'm sure Hugh would love that too. And he doesn't even have a cursed
Yeah.
sword.
All right, so you guys are just booking it out of there.
I took off a while ago.
All right. So you see her running up.
Mirrors.
You don't see me at first. You run into the room and there's nobody in there.
Yeah. He's not there.
Like, did you steal my shit?
But you do hear my voice in your head. Going like, oh, what did you guys find?
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
It's not. She's not quite close enough. Not quite close enough.
I'm not in the
You're
room
about.
yet.
You're on the steps. You're about 10 feet too far.
Oh, okay. I'll just walk back down the stairs.
All right.
You're like, did you see my friend? Where's my friend? Where'd he go?
You see Mare's walking in.
Oh!
I walk down. I go, pew.
Hey!
So yeah, I walk up to you like, oh, what did you guys find?
Oh my god, so much stuff. I can't even start. We got a lot. We're gonna need a drink. I'm gonna need bacon.
All right. So as you guys are doing that, the rest of the party reaches you. I'm assuming everybody's coming back.
Yeah.
When we get my stuff, first thing I want to do is put my ring on, bond shielding on.
All right.
Yay! Get all my stuff back.
I'll get my
Yay!
stuff
The
in.
lockers worked. Not a trick.
All right. Yeah.
It's a trap.
Thank you so much, Satan.
Yep. Let's leave.
Thank you.
So as you exit the building and you open the big door,
Thank you, Constable
you
Bassett.
can see there's 3 very large-looking, gigantic people. One having a little tiny hat.
Does it look like the same people?
Yep. And it just has this club over
Are
his
they
shoulder.
waiting for us? Oh, great.
And he says, hello there.
Oh, hello.
I like
Hello,
your
my
hat.
name's Clarissa.
And then he you see him hold a piece of paper, and he kind of shows it to the other 2. Holds it like this. It's like, yeah, you're wanted for questioning.
Oh,
Well, go ahead and ask some questions. Here we are.
He says, sure. And he names the date where you were in. Oh, he takes out a little
Palm Pilot.
yes, essentially a Palm Pilot, and he presses it, and you can all make some saving throws.
Oh,
Check this really quick.
oh my! What is this device doing to me?
Yeah.
If is really fucked up about this new information.
It is a charisma saving throw.
Christmas?
It's quite revealing.
16.
charisma. Not my strong.
I'm gonna use
Son of
my
a bitch.
inspiration.
17. You needed what?
16.
Fail.
1.
2 fails.
14.
Yeah.
9.
Alright, so everybody with mirrors, this is a zone of truth. He asks, where were you on such and such a date, and if you were at the Harrington Manor on that day.
Yes.
Can I tell that it's Zone of Truth?
Yes.
And so I would know how Zone of Truth works?
Yes. You can't tell a lie.
Mm-hmm.
It compulses you to not tell a lie.
I mean, there's lots of like intricacies to that
Exactly.
spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, knowing that it's Zone of Truth and understanding how the spell works, I would say to everybody, you're not going to be able to lie. But you don't have to say any particular thing.
I've got absolutely nothing to hide. I was there. I didn't take a thing.
I don't like lying, but I like your hat.
Has your character ever lied?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Immune to
you
something?
just told
No, I didn't actually.
I
Alright.
told a lie?
Yes.
Oh no, my character doesn't like lying, but he does lie because Aoife told him to at the manor.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Well, go ahead and ask your questions.
Yes, that was his first question. You didn't answer.
What?
Were you at Harrington Manor on that date?
Of course.
How about you?
Yes.
I was there too. I told her I was the ambassador. She was really nice.
You told her you were the ambassador.
Well, yeah, because
What
I made her
ambassador?
happy.
You're the ambassador of what?
Some kind of court.
Just so you know, you don't actually have to tell him everything. You just can't lie.
He says, what court were you the ambassador of?
I don't remember which one I said. Like, actually. So I don't know.
What
Don't worry.
What court did he say he was an ambassador of?
I don't know.
Did you know? Were you there when he said that?
Don't I get to make a save every 6 seconds?
No.
Yeah. Every round, it's
Is it
another
every round?
save.
Let me check.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes long. Duration starts. Blah blah blah.
That's why I was asking you about the spell.
I think she had a crush on me.
No, there's no additional saving throws.
So it's like. It's like last time I used it was like you're saving like every round.
Well, this time it's not. Even if it is, it's not. So we'll just move on.
I can tell you everything that happened. It was terrifying. We got popped into this house. It was horrifying. And she was having a party, and she was expecting some people, and she was very disappointed. So I forgot if somebody suggested it to us, but somebody was there, and they were like, you should pretend to be the people who she's expecting for the party, mostly just because it would make her feel better, not because of anything that we did. So we were there, she was having a party, she took us in a room, and it was terrifying because in the room there was a present, and then these boxes opened up, and there were monsters in the boxes, and the monsters attacked us. We had to fight monsters, we defeated the monsters, but that just delighted her all over again, and evidently that's how they party there, and I didn't know that.
She didn't know about cows, so I told her about cows too.
He kind of nods.
And they had this delightful waitstaff, and the waitstaff was all made out of flowers. You know, like the kitchen staff and stuff. They were all made out of flowers, and they had some wonderful food, and she had a nice hedge made out back, and I remember all of that.
And I got to kill mimics, and that was fun killing.
That's what it was. That was the monster. But I'm a little offended that, you know, they think that anything untoward happened, because if anything, we made her
Did you
party
take anything
wonderful.
from the residents?
I did not.
Did you actually take anything from the
I didn't.
Okay. Did you take anything from the residents?
Did I take anything from the residents? That's a great question. What leads you to ask that question, I wonder?
You are wanted for questioning about this. Did you take it or not? Yes or no?
Did I take what?
Something from that residence.
Something.
Yes.
I took many things from the residents. I
What did you
took a sense of happiness and comfort and joy, among many other things.
Did you take any physical objects?
Physical objects. I have many physical objects upon my person, many of which I had at the time, and when I left the building I took them.
Were they your property before that?
I'm not sure I understand the question. Were they my property before?
Did you take anything you did not own before that?
Everything I took was owned by me.
While they're distracted questioning him
Yes.
from under my cloak, I'm gonna wisp my finger to cast Druidcraft to make the sound of a scary animal down the way.
Okay.
Oh, she said the real ambassador still hasn't shown up either. I wanted to look for him. So we looked for him in the maze, but he wasn't there.
What do you mean by real ambassador?
The real ambassador, because she was expecting an ambassador, which is why we told her that I was the ambassador.
So you weren't an ambassador.
Not.
Aren't we all ambassadors in a way? And you yourself are an ambassador of King Bruno, are you not?
He says I'm the one asking the questions here.
Oh, but life is full of questions.
He asks you, Mirrors, did you take anything from the residents? How about you?
No.
He asks you what business you have in town.
I'm looking for my family. I lost my parents and my sister, and I need to find them. But I don't remember if it was from the Feywild. But then I found out about the Zeltrons, or the Star and Stone clan, and they're from here. So now I'm like, well, 300 years ago there was a war where apparently they didn't come over. They left here. They were gotten rid of. No, not gotten rid of. Expulsed. And so I was looking for information on them. And Aoife was also looking for information on
Who's
her.
that?
I can't lie.
You can't lie, but you don't have to say everything, do you?
He says, you're Goliath.
My name here is Clarissa. Clarissa is what I call myself, and Clarissa is what my friends call me. Are you my friend, Bo?
That's a lot to think about.
Have I asked my friends to call me Clarissa?
Yes.
Who are your friends? He says.
Well, these are my friends.
These are your friends.
Yes. Would you like to be my friend?
He says, not particularly.
I am quite beautiful, you recall.
He kind of looks at you like,
You
That
do want
mustache.
beautiful friends, don't you?
Where'd you get your hat?
this is from the king.
Do you think if I meet him, he'll give me a hat?
Do you want to talk to him? I'm sure he'd have lots of questions for you.
If he'd have a hat for me, I think that would be awesome.
I do have a question for you. Is there a powerful wizard or cleric that might specialize in removing curses?
He says, no. There's not really many clerics around here.
Does this look like a cursed sword to you? I don't think it's cursed, but Clarissa says that it's cursed.
He looks at the sword and he goes, looks like a fine sword to me.
It's really good at killing.
He says, excellent. And he holds his club up and he says, so is this.
That one looks cool too. I had a hammer. Well, I still have the hammer. But I don't know. I really like this sword. I don't really want to let it go.
So he tells you he understands. And he kind of pats his club. You can see the club is made out of iron, and the spikes on it appear to be made of silver.
Can I get closer to him? Like, I want to see if I can whisper towards his ear.
Yeah, you can attempt to. You're pretty tall, but he's much taller still.
Yeah. Does yours talk to you?
No.
Is that normal?
Bo,
Depends.
So yours should talk to you.
Mine's not that special.
Bo,
Huh?
you don't have to make friends with everyone.
So we're gonna murder these
He
guys?
said, oh my. He's says, have you been murdering people while you're here?
No.
I don't think we've murdered any people.
No.
We did a tree. We did...
Bo, stop talking.
What else besides the tree?
Just the tree, as far as I recall.
He says, well, he did mention some mimics. Anything else?
We did not kill any mimics here. Did we kill mimics here?
In the
in
rabbit's
the-
house.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
In the
Harrington
mimic?
Manor.
And a tree. Don't say it, Bo. Don't get us in trouble.
He
There's
says,
a
you
tree
hush.
and a rose bush that roared at us.
There's one more thing.
What
There
else?
were shadows at the end of the maze, and then, well, I don't know if you can say killed it, because it was more like an illusion thing, but we attacked it, and it was gone.
Interesting. This is very interesting.
And so now your conversation with Bo is over, and we are no longer wanted for questioning because we have answered all your
We have
questions.
a lot more to talk about with your friend Bo here.
We're friends too now, right?
Sure, yeah.
Bo, you're creating a lot of trouble.
He
for
puts
yourself.
his hand on Bo's shoulder and he says, "Yeah, I think we'll be good buddies after this."
So I keep trying to distract him using druidcraft to make the sound of a scary animal behind them.
Yeah. it's not doing anything at this point. He tells you, the Goliaths. Maybe some of them went through some portals to other places.
Maybe.
He says there are Fey crossings that go to other lands. He says I have no qualms with Goliaths, but we don't see many anymore because of Victor.
I read about that. I didn't read about that. Aoife read about it.
Who is this person,
Oh.
Aoife?
Clarissa.
So Clarissa, he says Aoife Clarissa. So you just looked some stuff up in the archives.
Bo, stop answering his questions.
We're good friends, right?
If we are friends, is looking things up in the archive not allowed?
He says no. It's open to everyone as far as I know.
We pulled a number and we talked to the guy and he gave us the things and we looked it up.
What did you guys look up?
Bo, stop.
I told you already about our families.
Oh, what did you find out about Aoife Clarissa's family?
All dead.
All of them dead.
Oh, well, the parents deceased, so
Parents
that's
deceased?
what he was looking for.
Any other
and-
relatives?
If there's anyone else related to me, we're not exactly sure how. I think anyone who is directly related to me is dead. Anybody who's, if anyone remains alive who is related to me, I'm not exactly sure how I'm related to them. Are you related to me?
Says I doubt it, since I'm a Fomorian.
You're a Formorian. We read about Formorians downstairs. You all have been in charge of this city for 300 years, have you not?
Yep.
It's wonderful to learn so much about a fine people such as you Formorians.
He's very, he's like, yes, we are quite fine.
Strong people. And you drove out the lycanthropes.
Yes, we did.
That's wonderful.
No.
Except
We drove out victors. He says, now we watch over the ones that remain.
Well, that's very interesting. Thank you for your bravery and your service to this country. And for protecting everyone here.
So, thank you. Or, well, he says, it's very nice of you, that's what he says. He says, so Bo, my new friend, what can you tell me about these ambassadors?
I don't really know that much about them. She just kind of let me talk to her, and then I told her a bunch of stuff about cows, and then that's kind of all I remember.
Well, if you find anything else about the ambassadors, please let us know. We have been waiting for two ambassadors, one from the Sealy, one from the Unsealy court.
That's the one that was missing.
To talk to King Brunar. They were supposed to be here about 12 days ago.
Yeah, that's the ones probably.
Well, we could talk to your king for you.
Oh, you want to talk to King Brunar?
I mean, why not?
I mean, sure, if you want to talk to him, I could take him to you. Or take you to him.
Do you all think it would be a bad idea to talk to King Brunor?
He might have a hat.
No. He might deputize you.
And
King Brunor. Go ahead.
Oh, I just thought of one more piece of information, but I don't know. Go on.
King Brunor.
Just for full disclosure, on the list of things we've killed, we also killed a giant worm that came out of a lake and tried to kill us.
That one
Remember
was
that?
fun.
And in the worm, there was a shield from the Sealy court. So I don't know.
Did that actually happen?
That actually happened.
Do you still have this shield?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we took it. Did we?
I don't know. The thing is, for Maury friend, that our memories have been very strange since we got here, and things have been.
So you've just gotten to the lands here recently?
To this area. We are recently arrived in this area.
How'd you get here?
Well, that's a difficult question to answer. It's a difficult question indeed. But, travel is a complex matter that I've often pondered. But one places one foot in front of the other when one walks.
He says, all right, you're free to go if you wish.
High five.
Do I get a high five?
Yeah! He gives you a high five. He says, Bo, if you're ever in town, come talk to me. We got a lot to talk about.
Did he give us his name?
He did not. But he also tells you that you particular, if you do run into those ambassadors, or if you find any information, to let him know.
Do you all have any information about the ambassadors, where they are?
Does who all?
You constables?
No, we're just waiting for him. All we know is that they were supposed to meet with the king, and he's pretty pissed. He said that, what did he say, guys? That the Seelie and Unseelie have snubbed him once again, and they will feel his wrath.
Well, maybe we can help find these ambassadors.
Well, if you find him, that'd be great. I'm sure he'd want to talk to him. He says, hopefully he'll be in a good mood. He says, you know when he's in a bad mood, what happens, right?
No.
He just kills everyone.
He just kills everyone?
Yes.
Huh. Well.
Good mood. He says, good mood, pardons. Bad mood, death.
So if we want to, just a question, now that we've answered all your questions, are the posters not going to be around anymore?
He says, yeah, we'll take him down from here. That was sent by the Sealies. We don't care about that.
Will mine still be magical? And I pull out the one I had like in my pocket.
He says probably.
Sick.
Alright, well I'm going to try to get everybody to go somewhere private.
Alright.
Is there like an inn, like a tavern, a place we can sleep, kind of thing? What kind of time of day is it right now?
It's been probably 4 hours since we started, so I'd say it's dusk.
Alright, I'm gonna...
You can see the moon starting to come up on the horizon. It looks very large.
Oh, damn. Big moon. I'm gonna suggest that we go to an inn or something and maybe discuss all this, make a plan. Yeah. I'm gonna look around for an inn.
Alright, the first one you come across is Howling Moon.
Alright. Does it look safe or fine?
Not as safe as everything else here. Yeah, it looks fine.
I've got all my magic items back, so I feel very strong now.
Yeah, you go inside. There's a bunch of animal-looking folk inside.
I'll ask for a private dining room.
Oh, they don't have any private dining rooms. They have an open area.
You got a big old bedroom upstairs?
They say they have rooms if you want.
I'll ask to pay for a room.
Okay, it's a silver piece per room.
Okay.
I'll say that there's plenty open because they don't get very many visitors.
Let's go upstairs and talk where there aren't people around. Then we
So
can
you
do
just get
whatever
one
we
room?
want. Let's get 2 rooms.
Sure. All right.
So let's go upstairs and like look and make sure no one's listening and that sort of thing around the room. Look for any magical tendrils.
You don't see magical tendrils.
All right. So we'll tell him everything, and then.
It's like I was there.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about what we think we should do with our time.
I think we should hunt down the ambassadors.
I feel like that's the thing that we have the least information on, huh?
Should we?
We could talk to King Balnor to find out more information about them.
But if he's in the bad mood about it, I don't want to.
Let's see.
I like the maybe going. I don't know if you want to go to the forest and try to find this maiden of the moon. Equals.
Where's my listing items? My pencil. Well, I'm going to steal your pen, I guess. We need to cure Bo of this curse.
It's not a curse.
It's just puberty.
Yeah. You have one every day.
Every young man wants to murder. We need to cure Bo, find the ambassadors. I think stopping disaster is a overarching thing. Anyone interested in maybe?
And he's the one that has all of those wanted things.
And let me just.
Mhm.
Is that right?
He's got a rap sheet for all sorts of problems.
3,000 murders and
Yeah.
regicide and all that.
Yeah.
So just for my own brain, disaster is different than disaster.
Right. Disaster Caviar is the creature that was the changeling, came through and revealed that it is an archfey.
But is that your brother?
Possibly my half brother,
Right.
but
Same dad.
is he an archfey and I'm a regular Eladrin? I don't understand exactly the connection, which is why I wasn't lying when I was I don't know exactly, but he could be assumed to be my half brother.
What does Dysander say?
Oh shit! Hey Dysander, all the information.
Okay. So you tell him everything that you know, and he says, "Oh." He's like, "Oh, was that what I was supposed to be doing?" When they sent me, I was supposed to look for someone to bring back and make sure that someone wasn't able to come back. Oh, I can't remember. He says, leaving the Feywild, I think I lost a lot of my memories. He says we hope that the ring of mind shielding would help, but who was it that gave it to me? He goes, Ira gave it to me. That's right, it was Ira. He wanted me to find someone. I can't remember who. That's what he says.
We found this little picture of an elf under your floorboards. Was it a drow or an Eladrin, that picture?
Elf? What elf?
Well, there was a picture under your floorboards in that burnt down house. There was a bag of 50 gold and a portrait of a baby elf.
He says, "Do you have it?"
Did we take it?
I drew a copy of it.
Okay.
But you'd have to ask me first because we can't hear what you're talking about.
I'll tell you.
Mm.
Then I'll look at the picture.
Then I'll take out my notebook and I'll take the picture out that I drew.
And I'll describe it to him inside the ring.
He says, "Oh, that's that was somebody. I was either supposed to stop them or protect them."
Does it look like a picture of a drow or a Eladrin?
Come on,
Ooh, I might have it.
Oh, I wrote it down somewhere.
Says my
I said drew a picture of drow. It says "to leave" in Elvish on the back.
So you don't remember who this drow is?
He says, I think that's when they were very young.
Maybe it's this, Sephira, the Bramble Queen. Does that ring any bells for you?
This is Sephira. That was the archfey that Era was the ambassador to. He was an ambassador from the Summer Court. I remember. He was an ambassador to the Summer Court, and she's part of the Green Court.
The missing ambassador. It's your dad.
He's dead from 25 years ago.
Time is different.
There's a lot of ambassadors.
Yeah, these people are 10 days, 12 days late. Tisander, what do you remember about Silverwood Selenisi Sinestra?
This is Silverwoods next to Selenisi, the city. Yes. We were following somebody, trying to catch him. No, banish him. We were trying to banish him. Except he had taken somebody hostage. I can't remember who.
Was the person they took hostage a little baby Eladrin?
This is
Or a young adult Eladrin?
saying. I don't remember.
Okay.
He says, wait. No, I don't.
Okay, so let's try to make a plan. There's Victor and his lycanthropes in the Broken Vale. There's the Maiden of the Moon. There's the Formorians, Shalai, Shatterstone, where Victor is. There's the War Maidens. The Castle Harrowham is underground here with the king in it. And your people, we don't know where they are.
My note is that the Maiden of the Moon, because she fought during that time, maybe with those people who know where your people got displaced to. And maybe have more information about your family.
That's a good lead.
Who? What?
Maiden of the Moon. Since she was fighting at the time when the Goliaths got displaced, she might know where they went. Maybe.
Maiden of the Moon is different than Moon Weaver. Yes?
Correct.
Okay.
Who's the Moon Weaver?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. And then
I'm wondering if going to Silverwood, Sinestra Selenisi, finding out who they were trying to coup, might help us. Yeah, and also it would be good to know where Disaster is going, or what Disaster's plans might be here.
well then.
I think that curing Bo of his curse is a good short-term goal.
I agree.
I don't know how we would find more about the ambassadors here, the missing ambassadors. Can you think of what we would do to find the missing ambassadors here?
Trace their path from when they left the courts to going to where they're at.
So the missing ambassadors are from the Seelie and the Unseelie.
And you hear my voice say, do they have a home somewhere?
Well, there's like the Summer Court and the other courts. I don't know where.
I don't know what the difference is between the Green and the Summer and the Seelie and the Unseelie.
Let's go back to the archives and research all the Sealy courts. Or I guess we could, I don't know if we should be frightened of this king in a bad mood, but we could certainly present ourselves as wanting to help with the ambassadors and try to get more information about where they were sent from, if they want us to help them find them.
Bo, if anyone ever casts Zone of Truth on you, I think you should try to not talk.
But he's my friend.
Maybe.
And he had that cool hat. You can't be evil and have a cool hat.
He might smush you with that spiky club of his.
but he didn't. And then I have this, so I think this one would win. His doesn't even talk to him.
Bo, what do you think we should do here?
Start murdering.
Well, where should we start the murder? Shatterstone and Victor, the Maiden of the Moon who lives in the forest that borders the Broken Vale.
That satyr guy's still there.
That's a lot of stairs, though.
You got a point.
He's just
So-
a working stiff.
So you think we should visit the Maiden of the Moon because she might know something about the Goliaths?
One, she was allied with the Eladrin. I feel like we could use some allies. Maybe you guys. She would know stuff about what went down with your family. And she would know stuff about maybe what went down with the Goliaths. And maybe she just knows some stuff. Seems friendlier than the king.
Maybe we could go see Mazin and then murder the lycanthropes.
Victor? You mean the Victor guy? That's what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Mm. Well,
Okay, well, it's a valid idea to start there. It seems like we must start somewhere.
I don't know. How's this town look in terms of like financial abundance to our eye? Like,
It's not very,
yeah, a little rustic-y.
yeah,
Mm.
very rustic.
Yeah, the blacksmith can make hammers.
I think I'd like
Nothing
to
else.
put into the hat Silverwood, Silvestri, all of that, to find out what happened there 25 years ago.
Well, we don't even know where it is.
Well, of course we do. It's the Silverwood, Selenisi, Sinestra. That's as much as we know about the Maiden of the Moon. She's in the forest of the Broken Vale.
Is there one of those signs with the
Nope.
If we go to the well, we can always ask people. If we go to the Silverwood, Sinestra, Silvestri, if we go to that place, we can find out what happened with disaster 25 years ago, which would be helpful for stopping disaster from doing horrible things. We can also find out a little bit more about my parents. We can't find out more about Goliaths there. If we go to the Moon Maiden, she could help the Goliath information and the Eladrin information. I feel like finding the ambassadors is a good short-term thing to do here that might connect to the other places. But we don't have any leads on anything about the ambassadors. I think curing Bo might be number one.
I'm not cursed, guys.
Maybe the Maiden of the Moon is a powerful wizard.
Well,
A cleric.
I could
Sounds
cast.
cleric-y.
I could cast the spell if I knew it. Maybe there's a magic shop in town and they have a remove curse spell scroll, and I could just.
Didn't you guys already have an incident buying a bunch of nonsense from a shop here?
There wasn't a lot of cool stuff, but I got the hat that I gave to Mears and this scarf.
Oh, that's right. We'll have scarves. Oh, and I have the spoon.
You do have a spoon. I could use it to eat the scarf.
There you go.
We could try to find a scroll of remove curse. I could just cast it off the scroll and save him. Do you have something?
I don't think so.
Don't clerics have some kind of spell?
But I don't think it's...
You only have lesser restoration.
I do believe that's correct.
Oh, clerics. You're able to bring
Hey
the
guys,
dead
I
back
think
to life.
You think if there's anything weird about, like, in a town with lycanthropes in it, staying in a place called the Howling Moon? Or, like, the big full moon coming up? Big moon.
You do know how to cast remove curse. All you have to do is go to bed and wake up in the morning, and you'll know how to cast remove curse. You're a cleric. You're a level 7 cleric. Come on. All you have to do is go to bed and prepare remove curse, and we can remove this curse.
Look, you will try, and then you'll see that there's no curse on me, guys.
Well, no harm in trying, Bo. No harm in trying. Just in case. Just in case.
Okay, but even after it happens, I'm not letting go of the sword because I love this sword and it talks to me now.
Well, it should be fine, right? Can't it remove from... Or will it just keep going if he keeps holding on to it?
So, here's a plan. We go to sleep. We wake up. We cure Bo. And then we start asking questions about the place where the Moon Maiden is and the place where the Silverwood is. And while we're doing that, if we get any clues about the ambassadors, we pursue that first. If one of them sounds closer to than the other or easier to get to, we start there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
Sounds good.
All right. I don't give a flying crap about playing in the tavern downstairs, but if any of y'all want to go cook bacon down there, you're welcome to.
I'm good. We had a lot of RP.
Yeah, it's a very. I mean, it's the first one, and
Yeah.
I was trying to set up a lot of stuff. So.
Woo!
Yeah, he was saying, like, I hope the combat lovers aren't mad about the session.
Oh, no.
But I love all this info, and it's going to give us a reason to kill things.
Yes.
Do we want to try to remove his curse in the morning before we do checkouts? It's only 10:10. We have time to try to remove a curse in the morning.
You can attempt.
You can always try. Then when we know it's failed.
So long rest.
I think we should do watches. I don't need to sleep 4 hours, so. The fuck was that?
The cat
Cat.
making cat things.
Yeah. So I'll take a watch. I think we should all take watches.
I'll take another
Sure.
watch.
And what do we have? 2 rooms. Hopefully they're adjoining, and we can just take these watches all night. Make sure no one breaks in and tries to eat our brains.
I'm gonna reach in and grab that dog patch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. You got your basket back.
Ooh. I'm gonna say, guard the door.
All right. Kind of walks over, lays down, looking at the door.
Oh, what about Pokepoke?
Poke is still a plant.
Oh, okay.
Pokepoke is dead
I'll just say
forever.
right now, from your understanding, it kind of I think said it in the writing, but just in case it didn't. Each Archfey has a domain, and I think you may have read what happens if a Fey goes from one domain to another, what can happen, things like that. And so some things that exist in one place may not be able to exist in
I go, oh well. I throw it in the corner of the room.
Fucking watches, sleepy.
Alright, I'm gonna say, just go. It's good.
Sleep, long
Let's
rest.
hand wave it to get it moving.
It's the morning. Hey, cleric,
I can do it.
let's do it.
I cast remove curse.
Alright, roll a die for me.
D20?
Yep.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Nope.
See, guys, it's not.
Try again, try
Have
again.
an
Do
inspiration
you want to
point.
use another?
Absolutely.
Alright.
Can I give him my inspiration?
No.
Ah.
Is that crooked?
It is crooked, but it is also 6. Oh, now it's a 16.
Yeah, the 6 doesn't do it.
Doesn't do it? How many stupid...
You got one more try.
I'm gonna do it again.
Alright.
Let's do it.
Really important.
No fireballs today.
11.
Plus
What's your
anything?
bonus?
What skill is he rolling?
He's going to be rolling off his
My
cleric
wisdom?
wisdom, yeah.
So that's plus 5. So it's
16.
16.
16. That's not enough.
Not enough. I'll try next time.
All of the power you just used.
He's like, the power of Pelor compels you. The power
Should've used
of
your own
Pelor
dice.
compels you.
I should've
my
used my
dirty
own
old dice.
See, guys, it's just a normal sword.
No, it's not.
You're cursed. And now we just have to try every single morning.
It burned through all your spell slots.
Hope we don't get in a fight today.
I hope we do, and then I get to
I know
murder
you do, buddy. I know you do.
Well, or you can go about asking for a powerful wizard or a powerful cleric. If I can find a remove curse scroll, I can waste all my spell slots every day too. Actually, you can cast it one more time. You have a level 4 spell slot.
Oh man.
Yeah, I do.
Get your dice.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Hugh, you're so strong and powerful with your religious magic. I've never seen you
But always like
sweat and work so hard. I promise you, if I do the spell, I'd do the
power,
same thing.
Christ, compels you. Power, Christ, compels you.
Guys.
Yeah, is Bo like flopping around on the ground?
No.
Compels you.
Hey!
Yeah. So it does.
So
It does
which
break
one
its. It breaks its hold on him.
I drop it.
Hey!
I drop it and I say that's why they didn't want me to touch sharp things. I'm going back to the hammer, guys.
Oh,
Perfect. Very good. So this cursed sword is sitting in the middle of the
It's
ground.
just sitting there.
Would I know how to dispose of this safely?
You don't know that there is a way to dispose of it safely.
Would I know like what I can do? Like
Give it to one of those giants.
hide it in the hole? Well, I don't even want to touch it.
that's not bad.
You shouldn't touch it either.
I'm
You
not
don't
touching
know
it.
enough about this sword. You don't know what the name is or anything in particular.
I'm gonna take a stick and try to push the sword under the bed.
Okay. Slide.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess someone who comes in this room is going to turn into a murderous monster.
That'll never backfire on us, though.
And then we all jump into the air and go. That's funny. I don't know what to do. I don't want to wrap it in a blanket and not touch it and carry it around with me. What if it curses me? You know? Maybe you do.
Maybe it'll fit in my pocket.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think we should. I think we should just let there be a murderous innkeeper in this town. It's not good. It's not a good thing to do, but I don't
walk
know a
over to the
solution.
bed with my finger. I start writing. There is not a cursed sword under bed.
Mears, I know I'm not the brightest, but I don't think that's gonna work.
No, I was thinking
Covered.
if we kick a hole in the floor and put the sword in the hole in the floor and then put the wood back on top of the hole.
Are you gonna kick a hole in the floor?
Well, we're all very strong.
So slats? They're wood
I was like, yes,
slats?
do it. Kick a hole in the floor.
Not to me. I'm not strong.
I could try.
Bo.
Wait, before you do it, I'm gonna knock on the floor to see if there's a hole under the floor.
Like a hollow.
Yeah.
Uh,
I want you to kick a hole through to the tavern underneath.
make an investigation.
Okay.
Just drop the sword on the bar. Falls in the bar.
17.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it's probably hollow underneath.
Okay.
Stab somebody.
Kick a hole in the floor.
I go for it. Do you need a roller?
I mean, are there like wood panels?
Yeah,
Can we just
you're,
pick
you're
them
able.
up?
You're able to move some floorboards.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't have time for that.
Why can't
And
you?
I'm gonna take a stick or my short sword and try to like angle the sword out from under the bed without touching it and push it into the hole in the floor. And then, is anyone good here with woodworking to make the floor look unbroken?
Or the repair spell or something.
Pretty
do you have
dexterous.
I
He's got
don't.
mend, I don't have mend.
If it was metal, I could do it.
Use your metal knowledge to try to
It's
make.
wood. It's not.
I will poorly try to fix it, or maybe there's a rug I can pull over it.
Since it's wood, I'll attempt to use druid craft or something to.
What from Druidcraft is able to? anything
I will
with it?
tell you in a second.
The answer is no by raw.
I'll use my deception.
Maybe I should go
Make
outside and
the
grab some
floor.
dirt.
Technically,
Fair.
nothing, but I thought since it was wood.
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably because it's dead wood, unfortunately.
And I'm very dexterous, so I could like just be, trying to mosaic the pieces back into place and putting the thing down.
Should I have mending, but it's not prepared?
Mending is a cantrip.
Yes.
You can,
You don't have to prepare a cantrip.
But you have to have it.
but you have to have
in
it
your
as
cantrip.
Yeah,
so
if you don't have it as a cantrip already, you don't get it. It doesn't switch.
You have
Cantrips
to
don't
just
change.
know it. Well,
The dirt idea is looking better and better.
With I just rolled a 19.
Sure, yeah,
I
yeah,
went to
it looks-
23 with my dexterity.
Looks pretty good.
If I'm like,
and is there a rug I can pull over it?
So,
Well, it looks pretty good.
I got no rugs on my my robe of useful stuff.
Is it possible to pull the bed over the hole
Yes.
and
Yeah.
it'll sort of like
Yeah.
look like maybe the bed's supposed to be there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
nice.
Okay, great. It looks like the bed's supposed to be there. All right, this is about as good as we can do. Let's head out into the world.
That's the first thing on our list checked off.
Yes,
You're
we're ahead of the game.
I was so cursed.
You were so
How did
good.
I
Bo, you wanted to murder so badly, Bo. Every other word out of your mouth was murder.
know? That doesn't sound like me.
That's right. That's how I discovered that you were cursed.
You're so smart, Aoife. I'm glad you were here. I don't know if I could have figured it out.
Please call me Clarissa.
Clarissa.
All right, let's do checkouts. Who has inspiration?
I still have mine.
You got one.
I think it's
Oh, I
on
do too.
mine,
I
yeah.
didn't realize.
2 points of inspiration.
I think everyone has it at this point.
Oh,
Because I think
I
last
don't
time
have
like,
it.
the only
Take it
person-
all away.
If I had it, I would have written it down. You got 2 points of inspiration. Yeah, do you have it?
I do. I mean, if we're carrying over.
So 3 people have inspiration.
I don't think I do. I
Shit.
don't remember.
3 people have inspiration. There's no reason for an inspiration vote today. Something you enjoyed about the session? Something you enjoyed that another player did?
Oh man, everything was great. All the lore, everything connected. I loved the write up you did leading up to this. It feels great actually having like a goal and a direction and
Like a coherent story.
yeah. Yeah, everything from like the wanted posters and the trouble going down into the archives. And out of curiosity, how many runes did I study?
I would have to.
Well, it'll
Figure it
be for next time. Gosh, something someone did. I think it was great you two talking to those three constables.
Can't believe we pulled it off.
Yeah. And then Tabitha, of course, leading the way to the archives.
Yeah.
But all of us were teaching.
She was the first. When I was talking to those, when I was trying to talk, like when he did it, I was like, I'm gonna do that thing where I say only things that are true, and I'm gonna fucking win this conversation. And then the first, he's like, "What ambassador was?" And I'm like, "Lie." I was like, duh.
I like the story, how things have been tied together in this episode. That was awesome. Very creative, and I don't know, it's very good. And what did I like? I like the conversation with the constables. That was interesting.
Sweet.
I love the depth and specificity, and I want to go back and go to every single one of the stores in the hallway on the way to the archives. I like how unrelenting it was in terms of truly you got to give up your magic stuff to go in there. That there was no squirming around that. Strangely, I really like that we didn't kill the satyr, the poor guy that worked there for 10 years.
I was wondering if you guys were going to try
just try. I was like, I don't want to kill him. He's just an office guy. He's just a worker.
He's dead already.
At what point is the party going to pull the trigger on taking some of these people
annihilating people? But I was a little, I was personally definitely gun shy of like a lot going on, and we're already wanted, and there's giants upstairs, and I don't know what things are going to turn into, and was just obviously being cautious. I was very concerned for mirrors for a second there. Not that Tabitha knew anything about it, but
that he was gonna fade.
Yes.
Let's just say I was fine.
Huh?
Let's just say I was fine.
You're fine. Let's say that. I was worried. And I really love the description of the location of the archives in the Room of Rain with spider workers. It's like leaf information. I mean, I so many things that other characters did, but I love the commitment and stubbornness of Mirrors to his magic stuff. And it's like, nope, not going. And then
I would rather die.
And then, but I was very thankful that Aoife and the others decided to come because that was a long fucking hallway. And I don't know that I would have done so well. My character's not that smart researching. And then the conversation was just hysterical with the zone of truth and cursed bow, and that was just hysterical fucking rolling that he failed 3 times. He just had to blow all the spells. Secured bow.
3 3s and a 4.
fireballs today.
Amazing. Like, boy, let's not go visit the king, shall we? Like, jeez. Alright. Yay.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're DMing for us. I always have so much fun when you DM and touches like his manual, his secret manual and stuff.
Yeah.
Super cool. There's this like phenomena that I've run into when I'm DMing where you have to make, there's certain situations where the party members just have to like give up or surrender or whatever, and I ran into it with like this guy. He was in this camp that's full of guards, and he just kept being aggressive, and the guard leader was like, you have to kneel before me or you're gonna keep getting beaten up by these people. And he kept he's like, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself and then walk through all of these guards trying to hit me. But at the end of the day, like, you have to kneel before the person. And so the idea of us removing every single weapon, like not only all of your magic items and your spell focus, so you can't cast spells, and your any weapons at all, so like we're just completely unprotected, like showing our underbellies. And so the first and like submissive to the DM. That's like, I found myself in certain situations like where I'm teaching kids and the kid wants to be like, I spit on the queen's face and stuff like that. And you're like, at some point you have to be like, people kill you! You are being killed! Are you sure you want to get killed? And at some point the kid or the adult is like, alright, fine. And like, I did not want to give up my magic items, and it was just like, okay, we have to kill all these people, not gonna do it. we're have to give up all the magic items, not gonna do it. Or we're gonna sit here while we turn into donkeys or something. Not gonna do that. Gotta do something, right? So I have to submit. The reality is that we are always submitted to the DM. The DM can always just be like, fucking Tiamat comes out of the ground and just fucking eats you. Like by showing up and playing, like we're it doesn't matter what magic items we have. There's always somebody with better and bigger magic items. So like we're always the DM's bitches in one way or another. But like to really like have to face it and be like, yes, I am your bitch. Like I don't know what's gonna happen to all my stuff when I put it in this locker. I really want all this stuff. I'm gonna put it in this locker. The DM's like, the locker disappears. I thought all your shit was too overpowered anyway. Now you just have a +1 sword. So yeah, I don't know how to put it into words better than that. But the I was not willing to humble myself in that way. And I'm like, nothing's gonna fucking happen in this story. She's just gonna keep walking by 26 letters of the alphabet, which I did not pick up on. So great, great fucking real life intelligence check. Like she's just gonna keep fucking walking, and we're all just gonna be sitting in this room with these boring people. There's nothing interesting going on with these people. Fuck it. So that was cool. But all of the complex lore and creating a world where we actually know that we're existing in a situation. Super grateful for that. Good.
I had a lot of fun. The session was really great. Something another character did was I really liked when Aoife solved the puzzle. I don't know if it was really a puzzle in the archive with the 1004. Yeah. I didn't think of that one. I
don't know if that was a puzzle or not, right?
Because I was thinking like we're gonna have to look under the water. There's gonna be leaves. We're gonna have to find the ones that says 1 or 2 on it. I thought that was really great. I also thought it was really great because you always hear online stories of like, oh, just put the players in front of a door. Don't tell them anything about it. They just, they'll think it's trapped or something. And we had that exact reaction with the stairs. Where I was like, we should just go. And everyone was like, no, let her go first. And then we'll but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I loved being cursed. I love doing stuff like that where it's like it's the halfway between like the back and forth I guess between players and DMs. I love it when I get to do stuff like that. So